Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All righty. Welcome into another edition of the JP Peterson Show as we're coming to you live from the patio, and it is a Victory Monday. Oh, yes, it is. We got some fans here getting ready to partake in a little Monday Night Football party here, which we do each and every week at the patio here from 5 to 7, presented by the great folks at White Claw. So come on down and have a $4 seltzer or a few or $4 vodkas, as well as we to celebrate a little bit of a big win over the Saints as the Bucs go to 3-1, Peter Blake.
Yes.
And own the NFC South for the 29 of the last 30 weeks in first place.
Beautiful. Beautiful to hear, and I tell you right now.
Dare I say the Saints are our bitches now? Three
well,
regular season wins in a row?
Well, don't ask Cam Jordan that. He said that it's not a rivalry game.
Right,
so it's not a rivalry game at all. So don't ask him that. And, of course, being in first place now, the last 2 years, you go 3-0. And I believe this is the first time the Bucs have gone 3-0 consecutively versus the New Orleans Saints in their history.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
That's good, right?
Yeah,
that's worth the celebration.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How about we play the celebration from the post game yesterday?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Hey, guys, listen up. That's a hell of a team win right there. Hell of a team win. On the road against a hell of a ball club by double digits. Now, we're going to take the week off. Woo! Step for Devin. If you injured now, this is only the first quarter of the season now. If you injured, make sure you get in the training room. At least go out jogging, okay? Take care of yourself. We got to get healthy. We got 3 more quarters to play in this thing.
Yes, sir.
Again, what's the one word that describes this win?
Hey, let's go. Hey, man. Yo. Hey, be smart. Hey, there you go. Hey, make sure you be smart. Yo. Hey, make sure you be smart. Heal up, man. We got bigger goals than just winning this game. This was just one game. Hey, Vita gonna buy everybody chopped cheese. Let's go, man. Hey, dominate on 3, 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
There you go.
Much
more goals. Yeah.
A week off.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, yeah.
Got to get back to work. Come on, man. Let's keep the momentum going. Yeah, the boys need a rest. The bye kind of comes at a good week. You never want an early bye like this.
Right.
It's going to be a grind from here on out. But at 3-1, and you got a lot of guys that are beat up. Devin White, one of them. But you're going to get, as we'll hear Todd Bowles in a minute, he had a press conference this morning. We'll play that for you. Servassier Dennis looks like he's going to be back after the bye week. We got the Lions coming in for the Creamsicle game. This should be fun. Kalijah Cansey, so both of our Pittsburgh guys should be able to go. And what a bonus to be 3-1, and Kalijah Cansey has played like 10 plays. And that's a huge bonus right there. They decided to kind of roll the dice, see if they could get him through the bye week and make sure this calf injury calms down. And hopefully he'll be 100%. It can go the rest of the way.
And if there's a team that really needs a bye week at this point, it's definitely the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with all their injuries. Devin White's banged up. Mike Evans yesterday.
Mike Evans, hammy.
Jamel Dean, surprise, surprise with Mike Evans, right? So disappointing, but you know what? He did win the battle early on in that first half. But again, going back to the main point, you get a bye week at the opportune time here for this team to get healthy and hopefully continue on with this second half of the season, which will get a little bit tougher here with San Francisco, Buffalo. Of course, you talk about Detroit, but there's definitely some winnable games on this schedule.
Yeah, this is look, coming into this season, I thought this would be a 9, 10, maybe an 11-win team.
Yeah.
We were not buying into this, 2-15, 3-win, number one choice, tanking, all this BS. This roster's too good. And you saw that yesterday. I mean, Antoine Winfield Jr. played about as good a defensive football game as I've seen anybody play in a long, long time. With those numbers that he put up, 2 tackles, forced fumble, a sack, recovered fumble.
Yeah.
The only thing he didn't have was an interception. Nobody's done that. Nobody's had that stat line in the NFL, the entire NFL, since 2018. Bobby Wagner did it. That's pretty damn good.
Not
to mention
safety?
a pass defense, which wasn't just a PBU, folks, of a 4-yard out. That was a touchdown-saving pass defense as he got his hand in there on the deep ball to Olave. So he saves a touchdown there. The punch-out of the fumble there on the 4 or 5 yard line leads to another touchdown. That's 14 points right there.
Yeah.
I mean, what more could you ask from this guy? And Antoine Winfield is one of those special players, and we've said this before, but we've also come with a very big disclaimer. When you compare somebody to a Hall of Famer, it's like, okay, let's slow the roll here. But damn, if this guy doesn't look so much like Rondé Barber, he is as versatile, and that was the key. This is what got Rondé into the Hall of Fame, his versatility. He could play a deep ball to a Chris Olave, an elite speed receiver in this league, and also come down and run support and punch a ball out of a fullback, and then get a quarterback sack as well. 9 tackles. I mean, this guy's all over the freaking field. He dominates, and he's so smart, and he combines that football IQ with elite athleticism, and this is what you get. You get a guy that should be a perennial Pro Bowler, a Troy Polamalu type. I mean, he's phenomenal.
It's
I
amazing.
Can't say enough good things about this cat.
It's amazing when you put somebody back at their natural position because he was out of position last year. So now you see the fruits of that labor. And then on top of it, Jason Light on line 2. Because when is this guy going to get a contract extension at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, he's played like it. He's definitely played lights out when it comes down to it. And that's exactly what the Bucs needed yesterday, because one of the biggest plays was not only that, but how about the refs going in favor of the Bucs, because you thought it was going to be a touchback with the defensive player.
That's an awful call.
Yeah, that's an awful call. I mean, good for the Bucs, good for Bucs fans, but
Sean Hockley, the roughing the passer. I mean, the grounding call on Baker Mayfield when he throws it at the feet of a running back. I mean,
Rashard White's right in the area. What is he looking at?
Sean Hockley's crew is one of the most ticky-tack crews in football. They call more holding penalties. This is on both teams. That was such a poorly officiated game. As Marv Levy once said, a bunch of over-officious jerks. And that's exactly what Sean Hockley's crew is. He likes to stand up there like his dad with the guns and be the superstar while he's calling 25 penalties a game. Sean, nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to see you. Go away. All right? These are ridiculous calls. Let the guys play on both levels, both ways it went. That was a terrible call. I don't want to get off on the officiating, but I would rather not see that crew at all the rest of the year. Unfortunately, I think we'll see them a lot.
What's worse, the crew from the Saints game or last night's crew, where it's an egregious call with Donovan Smith basically locked up on the defensive end, and the guy is trying to pound Donovan Smith, and they still don't call the holding penalty.
That was brutal. I
mean, the human turnstile now is basically, Teflon Don. He cannot be touched because he's in a Kansas City uniform. Yet the last, 4 or 5 years, he would be penalized just like that in that critical situation. I'm amazed by it.
You're not a Donovan Smith fan.
I'm not.
He leaves the Bucs, and he's still banging on this guy like he's still our left tackle.
I mean, how much better is the offensive line without him? Luke Gedeke yesterday.
I don't want to say, look, Gedeke's getting better.
Right.
I think Bowles had some effusive praise for him today. I wouldn't go that far, but he's getting a lot better. Cam Jordan's not an easy task, and Gedeke did a nice job on him.
Right.
He really did.
And yet, how many sacks did Cam Jordan have yesterday?
I don't think he had any.
No, and I tell you right now,
pressures, but
how nice was it for Baker Mayfield to escape the pocket, elude Jordan, throw that little 4-yard pass to Cade Otton for the first touchdown there. That has been the difference in the offense. And I tell you right now, I'll take Tristan Wirfs all day long on that left side over Smith. So, I'm definitely going to bang on him because, basically the refs are letting him get away with murder at this point. That was an egregious
That's where he needs
call.
to be in Kansas City, protecting Mahomes because he gets a pass on most of his holding calls.
He does.
Well, I mean, he got a little bit of that with Brady as well. So
sure.
That's where he needs to be, somewhere where he can get the benefit of the doubt. But I thought Antoine Winfield was the best player on the field yesterday. I don't think there's any question about that. And I thought Baker Mayfield was pretty close to the second best player on the field. Those plays that he's making now are such game-winning plays. And, we don't want to get back into the bashing of Tom Brady. Well, actually, we do. Brady doesn't make any of those plays. And I said this before the season. Baker Mayfield's going to be worth 5 to 6 points a game. Just based alone on his mobility and how it's going to help this offensive line. Brady would have been sacked probably 6 times yesterday. Easy.
Yeah.
But the way Baker can escape, and not only does he escapes and makes big game-changing plays. How about the 2 runs that put him in field goal position and you get the penalty, he does it again.
Yep.
Knows he's not going to get the first down, but if he gets 7-8 yards, he's going to get McLaughlin from a 58-yarder to a 51-yarder, which is money. That's huge. A huge play right
7
there.
7 yards, accomplish the first down, but how many times this year, JP, have we saw Mayfield be decisive? And again, that is the difference in this offense. Not only the offensive line being improved, but also when he feels pressure, he's decisive enough to take off, get that first down, or get you closer.
Plays.
Yes.
This is why the Bucs scored 18 points a game last year.
Exactly.
And they just scored 26 on the Saints, who haven't allowed over 20 points, I think, in the last 8 or 9 games. That's a good defense they put 26 points up on yesterday. And it was, I would say, 85% of it was Baker Mayfield making great decisions, escaping the pocket, big runs, and 2 of his touchdown passes were on what? Scrambles.
Yes.
And takes a cheap shot on one of them, gets the ball to Cade Otton, great recognition. Brady didn't make that play.
No.
The ball to Devin Tompkins was a phenomenal flush out of the pocket, stop, find him, great throw where you lead him, and he makes a great diving catch. And how about Devin Tompkins? But Byron Leftwich couldn't find a way to use. You had the slowest offense in football last year, and you had a guy on your team who runs a damn 4-3 and can play, and you couldn't figure out a way to use that dude. And Tom Brady didn't want to throw to him. And now Dave Canales is finding ways to use him in the run game on a jet sweep for 12 yards on a first down. How about Dave Canales' play calling on first down yesterday? We had jet sweeps. We had Chris Godwin reverse passes.
With a pass.
We had, and all this stuff. As Bowles said today, it keeps the defense on its heels.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of misdirection, which you can do when you have a quarterback that you can roll out, that you can bootleg, that can move and avoid things. And it's just, I thought the Canales called a phenomenal game, the way he mixed it up on first down. I charted all those first down plays, and they were averaging, I think, 8 or 9 yards a play. The first play action pass to Mike Evans, you get 18 on a comebacker. Did it two series later with a 16-yard comebacker. I mean, he threw the ball probably 50-50 first down and run. And that's what this team needs to get better production on first down.
And I tell you right now, White ran strong yesterday, even with the offensive line opening up holes, but you didn't see a lot of dancing. You didn't see a lot of going left to right, just hitting the hole strong. And also you saw a little bit of Keyshawn Vaughn yesterday.
Yep.
And that was the key. What do we say? They got to be balanced, right? They ran the ball, 33 times yesterday, passed the ball 34 times yesterday. I would say that's pretty balanced. And then on top of it, you rushed for over 100 yards.
Yep.
So you feel good about the win, and I think Bucs fans out there should feel good about this win. And we got an open phone line. You gonna pull my string here? Pull it. There you go. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 here on the JP Peterson Show.
Yeah, we got Monday Night Football tonight. Come on down, have a cold beer, maybe have an IPA right there, or you can get a White Claw for $4 seltzer or White Claw $4 vodka. Get a cocktail for $4.
Where can you go to get that?
You can't get nowhere.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
have Monday Night Football under the the palm trees here. We got a beautiful breeze. Humidity's low today. So come on down and join us here at the patio. All right, let's listen into Todd Bowles today, his press conference this morning, kind of catch us up on all the injuries and what this team accomplished here in the first quarter, going 3-1. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
We talked about how the bye week being early is kind of nice from an injury standpoint. I just want to ask, of the guys that are out right now, of Cansey, Dean, and Dennis, is it reasonable to think they could be practicing next week and then playing against the Lions?
I would hope so. We'll see how they progress this week. They have a week to get better, and we'll reevaluate it once the next week starts, but you hope to have a lot of people back by then.
With Kalijah, the fact that you guys didn't put him on IR normally would say you didn't think he was going to miss 4 games, basically. Has that been a more serious injury than expected, or just kind of being careful to make sure he gets back healthy?
Well, it's kind of pain that's tolerated type of deal. You want him 100%. He came back last time. He felt it a little bit, so you want to be a little more cautious this time.
Todd, of the players that got injured in yesterday's game, behind Neal and Mike Evans, any updates on them?
Not at this time. They got to get some tests run when they come in. We'll have later updates later.
Can you talk about the play of Luke Gedeke at right tackle? Usually Cam Jordan can be a thorn in your side, but it looks like, look at the film, that he did a very credible job against Cam.
Lucas played well the last 4 games. I mean, it wasn't just this game. Cam's a great player, obviously. Luke's a lot more comfortable at right tackle. He's at home now. He understands it. He loves the scheme. He works hard as anybody. Him and Tristan worked out together all summer, and he's holding his own. He's playing well. You don't notice him because he's not giving up many plays, and he's doing a heck of a job for us.
Coach, on that long drive you guys had for the first touchdown, there was an array of plays, right? You had end arounds to Tompkins, you had shovel passes, you had even Chris Godwin throwing a pass, I think, at one point. Don't know if he's done that since high school, so we'll do it again. But just the ability or the willingness, I guess, of your offensive coordinator to pull those out in a singular drive, and does it keep everybody stimulated? And what's your feeling about that array of different plays?
Man, I love it. It's important to keep teams off balance when you got them on the run. You don't want to do the same things over and over again. It keeps everybody interested. Everybody can touch the ball on offense. Makes everybody want to play harder, play faster, and it's motivational. And, he did a heck of a job calling it.
I think it was the first week of training camp where you said, we write our own narrative in response to some national media criticism. Sitting here at 3-1, just how much fun are you having with the guys in that locker room right now?
I mean, it hadn't changed. We were having fun in the beginning. Again, we write our own narrative. It doesn't make us any difference whether they say we're good or bad. We write our own narrative. We create our own narrative. Everybody loves each other in this building. We play for each other. We coach for each other, and we're having fun with it.
Yesterday you mentioned that this team is morphing into a physical team, so I'm just curious if there's a specific area where you noticed it most, whether it's a position group or a moment over the past couple of games.
I don't think it was a position group. I think it's the team as a whole. We've been playing tough. We've made mistakes, no question about it. We've been playing tough, and we give ourselves a chance. We clean up the mistakes, we got a chance to be a decent team.
Tom, your team is still growing in terms of developing an identity, but through the first 4 games, have you seen an identity emerge on offense or defense where you're getting a sense of who the 2023 Buccaneers will be?
We're close. We're not there yet. I figure 1 or 2 more games, hopefully, with the bye week. Once you get everybody back, we have a chance to blend everybody in. We'll get a chance to see that.
They leaned heavy on the screens to Kamara, and he's a guy that can be dangerous in the open field. It seemed like your tackling was really sound. I think he had 13 catches for 33 yards. Nobody's ever had
13 catches for 33 yards. Easy for me to
keeping
say.
him under control in space.
I mean, it helped out a lot. I mean, he's a dangerous back, and with Carr being a little banged up, we figured they'd try to get the ball out a little quicker. He caught a lot of balls, but to limit the yak yards was important for us.
Your team has done a great job with the takeaways, and it actually matches where you were at this time last year with 10 through the first 4 games. What's the key to keeping this takeaway train rolling for you guys?
Just being aware where the ball is, punching the ball out when we get a chance, taking opportunities to get interceptions once he throws a bad pass and an errant pass, and us capitalizing on it and just securing the ball. You know, the guy's been real conscious of that this year. We're conscious of that every year. It just flows a certain way at certain points in time, and we just got to keep it going.
One of those guys getting a takeaway for you was Steve Delaney, who's now takes some back-to-back games for you coming in off the bench. How did he play at safety for Ryan Neal yesterday when you went back and watched the film?
He did a decent job. He did a very decent job. We kind of moved him around, corner, strong, free, nickel. He kind of does everything back there for us, but we know he can catch the ball. He studies a lot during the week, and it pays off for him a lot.
The big legend sacks with 6.5, and he's already got 3.5 this year. If you kept that up, it'd be like 15 or so. So for a guy his size that gets double teams as much as he does, I mean, has that part of his game really increased in terms of getting the quarterback on the ground?
I think he started using his hands more. He's not trying to go side to side. He's trying to power, make one move, and go. He started using his hands more, and he's very powerful once he starts using his hands.
Todd, your red zone offense wasn't a strength the first 3 games, and the Saints, I think, were number 3 in red zone defense. But you guys went 3 for 4 yesterday, and did that with touchdowns to Otten, Palmer, and Tompkins, kind of not the bread and butter of this offense. How much do you think it helps to have confidence in the depth you have in the passing game?
It's good to spread it around. We know once we get down there, you know, there's going to be a premium to cover Mike and to cover Chris. So the other guys have to step up, and, you know, we got some guys, call them the puppy pound, or at least I call them that kind of stepped up and played pretty good yesterday. So I'm happy about it.
Puppy pound, wow.
Devin Tompkins make a lot of those acrobatic plays in practice here. But to see him do it in a game when it matters, what can you say about DT's performance yesterday?
He's a competitor. He only knows one speed. He practiced like that. He plays like that. He's coming into his own. He's doing a great job for us on special teams. He's making his way as a receiver now, and he's starting to show up. He can run reverses. He can catch the ball. He can run routes. He's probably thinking he's a 250-pound player where he's a 150-pound player, but he's tough that way, and we really rely on him.
Whether it was a big third down conversion to Godwin to keep the drive going late in the game or the Tompkins touchdown, the team's showing up in big moments and in crunch time. Can you speak about just everyone getting the job done in clutch moments?
Situational football. We talk about it all the time. We practice it. We watch film on it. Those guys come through. And, again, with Chris coming up with that play with Baker, our veterans step up when they need to.
Coach, what can you say about Baker's durability? After taking that late hit against the Saints, can you say from his performance?
Baker's tough. I sit up here all the time. You don't want him taking too many of those, but he's tough. He's gritty. He's a very smart football player. He's a competitor. He's been like that his whole life. It hasn't changed. He has a lot to prove. He's having fun out there. He understands the offense. He's using every piece of weapon that we give him, and he's having a good time.
Usually the Saints have got a pretty solid special teams unit all the way around from returns, coverage, kicking, etc. But do you feel like you guys won the special teams battle yesterday by keeping Rashid Shaheed to just that 129-yard return? I know you had some penalties you'd like to have back, but did your special teams stack up against the Saints yesterday?
I mean, we didn't give them the big one, so that was important for us. I thought it was about even for the most part. The penalties kind of put us behind a little bit, but I thought they ran and covered well, and we didn't get any kicks blocked.
How do you think the outside linebackers did from a production standpoint?
I think they did their job for what we were getting. The ball was coming out quick quite a bit. Wasn't really trying to rush the passer because the ball was coming out so fast, but I thought they were solid all the way around.
All right, Todd Bowles, the winning coach, once again, 3-1 in the first quarter. I can't say enough about how this defense yesterday, and that was kind of a great thing that he said, that the ball's coming out quick. He started blitzing early on.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of set the tone for the Saints. They're like, okay, they're going to – and every time that they blitz, they got a positive outcome when they brought 5 or 6. But then they started going to the little slip screens. So nice adjustment by Todd Bowles to bring his linebackers back, kind of kept Devin White in a spy position. Contrary to what other people might say, Devin White did not have a great game. His PFF grade, I think, was below 55 again. Couldn't get off blocks. I know he's playing hurt, but he's, I don't want to.
He wasn't great yesterday. He
made one good play in the open field without Alvin Kamara caught the ball with his back to him. I mean, I mean, he was part of keeping that Alvin Kamara to, but most of that was Levante David. The corners, Izzian was fantastic. What a great tackler he is. Winfield, etc. So hopefully
Zion McCollum yesterday
Zion
too.
McCollum, yes. Stepping up where Jamel Dean was. Vita Vea, I thought, played well. A couple of sacks, but not great in some other spots. I think he's still battling that pec injury. So good time to get Devin healthy. Devin needs to get healthy because clearly he's not, the last couple of games has not been able to play at his level. And then get Vita Vea healthy, get Kalijah Cansey back. Imagine what this pass rush can look like with Kalijah Cansey. If they can get pressure with 4, with Vea and Cansey and some of the outside guys. Shaq made a couple of plays yesterday, which was great, so that was good to see. So, yeah, defensively, they played great. Great adjustments by Bowles, and, to hold that offense. And I thought they were running the ball well in the third quarter, and then they put Taysom Hill in at quarterback, and he gets sacked. And now you're behind the chains.
Yeah.
So they helped out a little bit. But tip of the cap to the Bucs defense.
I mean, every time he comes into the game, you know what he's going to do. He's going to run the ball either up the middle. He's usually never going to pass the ball, and that's what they did the first half. You saw them accomplish that first down, and you're like, okay, now the Bucs defense has to step up, and they definitely stepped up, with stopping him, stopping the run, and making sure Kamara wasn't a factor in the game. And look, it's got all the makings of it, JP. If Kamara comes back, he's the savior. He runs all over this Bucs team that, by the way,
not anymore.
The week before gave up
washed.
over 200. Right, gave up 200 yards. Yeah, absolutely. So
let's get to some of our great commenters here. I like this one. And we're going to get to the race, by the way.
Yeah.
El Bushman, are we going to spend $30 to go to the Rays game tomorrow?
Are you?
They opened up the upper deck, $30 tickets.
Wow.
$30 tickets to see a postseason game?
That's pretty good. $30. It is upper seat, but you're
still going to Stu, right?
Yeah, still going to Stu. Yes.
How many in fees? Oh, $15 in fees too.
Well, yeah, you got parking, you got concessions, you got gas.
That's just in ticket fees. The 30 turns into 45 in fees real fast, and then the parking turns into. But it's a postseason game. $30 ticket. Let's give them credit for that.
Sure.
But let's fill the trop. I probably won't be putting money in Stu's pocket, but hopefully you will.
Well, there you go. And I could be out there tomorrow for my birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow.
It's my birthday tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll buy you a ticket for your birthday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. $30. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I think we might be able to handle that.
I think we could do that.
You can report back on Wednesday.
Why not? Sure. Absolutely.
That's tempting. $30.
Yeah.
I think about that.
Okay.
Christopher Cole watched the Eagles game and Vea manhandled Kelsey on White's interception. Oh, too bad White ran out of bounds.
Yeah, there you go.
Has Cansey by Vea. Oh, the two of them together, I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that.
And you saw a little preview of that when Cansey gave Kirk Cousins a kidney shot, which, by the way, when you throw an interception, don't try to make a tackle. He got absolutely blasted by the defender.
Which is what you should do when you get an interception and the quarterback is in front of you.
Right. Heard that before from somewhere. Yeah.
Mike Stover says, Bucks dominating took the bad taste out of my mouth from the Gator game. We'll get to that, by the way. We get some Billy Napier from today.
Yikes.
That was ugly. That Gator defense got manhandled up front.
Yeah.
By Kentucky. They got manhandled on both sides of the ball by Kentucky.
Ray Davis, 154 yards in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And 200 yards, over 200 yards at
280.
halftime. 280 for the whole game. What are you doing? Stop the run
tackling.
game.
That's for damn sure.
Not at all.
Not tackling. And so we'll get to the Gators as well. Baker's heard all the talk about him, and he has a good team to help him change the opinion. Nobody expected them 3-1 going into the bye week.
There's some national media out there eating crow right now.
A lot of them.
Chris
Peter
Roussard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And Peter King. As
Yeah,
well.
there you go. Peter King. Yeah. 2 wins, by the way. Sports Illustrated. Great publication. Our buddy JC works for.
Going to be off for a little bit. Dave Anglin says, we thought this early bye week was a curse, but it's turned out to be a blessing by hopefully getting a D healthy. Yeah, I agree. Because now you're gonna welcome in a really good Lions team. A really good Lions team, and you got to have everybody on deck. So hopefully we'll get Cansey back, and they're going to need him against that very, very explosive Lions offense. There you go. Happy birthday to you, Peter.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, buddy.
Colin Coward eating crow as well.
Oh, that's always a good thing, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, well, let's take our first time out here, and we'll hit a break. Thanks to our wonderful sponsors like Bay Area Modern Medical Center. Chris Lugo is here. We'll chat with him as well. He will not be happy about that Gator effort at all. We're at the Patio, 5 to 7 today. Come on down for a White Claw, $4 seltzers, $4 vodkas, $1 off all beer and wine. The great Patio where everybody comes to watch football here in South Tampa. 421 South McDill. Come on down and join us. JP here for my good friends at Italiano Insurance, and they did it again. Once again, Italiano Insurance stepping up with the best customer service. I was in a bind. My old insurance company, my auto insurance, jacked up my rates, so I called Charity at Italiano Insurance, and she stayed till 9:30 at night until she got my insurance done. And guess what? She searched all these companies for me. I didn't do the work. She did. Saved me $1,000 on my annual premium. $1,000, folks. That's real money. And that's what you get at Italiano Insurance. Great customer service. And here's another note for you, by the way, with hurricane season up. 40% of people in Florida are underinsured. That means if you have something happen during a hurricane and you need replacement costs, you're going to get 40% less than you deserve. Can't let that happen. Call the folks at Italiano Insurance and get them to help you out in both those regards. They will save you money and keep you insured properly. That's 813-877-7799. Great folks in the community, been doing it for over 60 years. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799.
So you're experiencing those feelings of getting older, lower sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, or you just don't feel like you had the vitality you once had. It's a chronic problem here in the United States. You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well. So do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Look, testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability. Not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Folks, I've been on testosterone therapy for over 6 years, and it is a life changer. You will feel and look better than you did 10 years ago. Give them a call at 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. Tell them JP sent you for priority scheduling. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group, Jeeves. Call for a free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. We're local, we're trusted. The law firm brings over 80 years of combined legal experience focusing on clients in Tampa Bay, the state of Florida, and national class action cases. If you're injured, get that free case evaluation, no cost to you. The Jeeves Law Group's focus is on auto, truck, and motorcycle accidents, as well as class action and consumer protection law. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. You hear him on the show all the time. Great guy, big Gator fan, and great for the community. The Jeeves Law Group is a highly skilled team with years of experience that will apply their skills, expertise, and knowledge to assist individuals who have been in an accident with compensation for damages, lost wages, medical expenses, pain and suffering, and property damage. Get that free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES.
Coming back at you. Now, more with JP on FanStream Sports. It's only just begun.
Bring us back, Bert.
Oh, absolutely. Welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. I'm Peter Blake, along with Mr. JP Peterson. If you want to get on the
29?
I wish, man. I wish I was 29. I'll take it. Take 25. I'm 45.
All right.
Yeah, it's not bad. We got to go to the phone lines here. We got Alex on the line.
Let's go.
Alex, welcome to the JP Peterson Show. What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, I wanted to call in and talk about this race situation, man, because I've just had with the tickets. I've just had a pit in my stomach all day, man. I just want to celebrate this Bucks win we had yesterday. And man, listen, these $30 tickets that they're putting out now, it's great, and I hope people show up. I'm going to all 3 wild card games. I already got my tickets.
Hopefully 2.
But they are screwing over the season ticket holders and the pre-sale people, because those tickets when we bought them were $65. And now because MLB decided to screw us over as well, and the game's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of these people, man, we can't go to the games anymore. I have 4 tickets. I can't give these tickets away to any of my friends that want to come. Luckily, I have one other guy coming with me, but we can't get rid of these other 2 tickets. And the Rays putting these new $30, $20, I even saw $25 out there if you put in some kind of promo code that they sent out on an email today. We can't, they just keep crapping on the value of these. We can't sell them. And man, you go on StubHub, man, all you see is $30, $30. Nobody can sell these tickets. You go click on the actual section on the ballpark app, and all the way down the first baseline and the third baseline, there's just huge pockets of tickets that haven't been sold yet. The upper deck there's so many tickets available. It's going to be an absolute dumpster fire and a mess tomorrow. And I'm really upset about it because, number one, I just want to have a good time. I want the team. They played so good all year. I want them to get supported for these playoff games. And the MLB screwed us with this time, and the Rays keep screwing us because they're dropping these prices. And we can't get these tickets away, man. It's really bad.
So let me get this right. So pre-sale, when did you have to buy the pre-sale tickets? When was that?
Last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday. And how much were the tickets?
They were $65 plus fees, so they were $73 a ticket.
So $73 a ticket. Where are these tickets?
I'm in the upper deck. I'm in 302.
All right, so
right behind home plate.
All right, so $73 for those, and you bought 4, right?
Yep, for each game.
Yeah, and so now when the times are announced, they drop them the $30 tickets plus 15 for service fees. Why charge $30 per ticket and then 15 for the service fee? Just charge $45. I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't. It doesn't make any sense.
So you can say you offer $30 tickets, right?
Right.
That's
there
what
you go.
do.
Exactly.
Good for you. We're a little bit smarter than that. So that they are screwing you, and you can't, and they won't buy them. They won't buy them back for what you paid for them once the game time is announced, and you can't go.
Oh no. My friend called in today. He called into a ticket rep, and they said they can't do anything about it. They're not.
They can't refund the ticket.
Nope. And JP,
That's bullshit.
The thing is, they're screwing over the most loyal people because the most loyal fans are the season ticket holders and the insiders that bought the tickets a week ago without even knowing what the times were. We're the actual people that go to the games throughout the year, and we're the ones that are getting bent over the most.
You think Stu cares about that? This just in?
Not at all, my friend.
No. And by the way, it's like, well, we can't. It's Major League. Blame Major League Baseball. I ain't buying that either. Nah, listen. I mean, you think I'm shocked? You think I'm shocked that Stu's screwing over his loyal fans?
Mm-hmm.
No, of course not. And that sucks because here's what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of empty seats, and everybody's going to be banging on the Rays for not showing up, and they won't know the ticket price. And by the way, it's like $73 for an upper deck. So you got your $150 just before you buy one $15 beer, anything. Like I don't know about you guys, but I don't have $200 to go to just spend on an afternoon baseball game, even if it's a playoff game.
Not the first of the month when rent is due. No, absolutely. Who does? I mean,
this economy?
Yeah, no.
FJB? Are you kidding me?
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
my God, what are we? I mean, people say, well, it's based. That's a playoff game. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Like, what are the tickets down below? How much are the lower box tickets going for?
I believe they're going for, like, you can get outfield tickets for, you can get them on $30 now for StubHub, but those were going for also $65, so with fees over $70 as well when the first pre-sale came out. Lower infield, I think, was like $135. Who God knows what those got lowered to now. So I don't know.
Wow.
It's sad, man. It's really sad.
Well, thanks for the update on that. Because it is. We should be celebrating this team. I mean, Yandy wins the batting title, first time in franchise history we've had a batting title winner. His team wins 99 games with just a freaking mash unit. Kevin Cash should be manager of the year. I don't care the injuries that he's had to deal with and piece this team together.
Agree.
The good news is Siri and Rayleigh both worked out today at the Trop. They both say they're ready to play. What else are they going to say, right?
Right.
So, now Cash has to make that determination if they're healthy enough to play. It's hard to come back from those injuries, and they've been off for 3 weeks. How do you want to mess with this offense now that's, scored 19 runs in the last 2 games? I don't know. He's got some tough decisions to make. Of course, what Siri and Rayleigh can bring and what they brought all year long, but will they be able to bring it after they haven't played for a few weeks?
True.
That's the thing.
And by the way, Wander Franco has not been reinstated by Major League Baseball or the Rays, so nothing to update on that.
In fact,
at all. Yeah.
In fact, they cleaned out his locker.
Uh-oh.
According to Mark Topkin, Francisco Mejia is now taking over Wander Franco's locker because they needed the locker room space. No message being sent whatsoever. Of
None.
course.
Not
Just
at all.
a
It's
matter
not
of-
reflective of any of the situation at all. Yeah, right. And I got oceanfront property in Arizona. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. So don't expect Wander Franco back anytime soon. Not that we were expecting him back anytime soon. But hopefully they can get healthy. I think the pitching matchups favor them.
Yeah.
Glasnow will go first. Eflin will go second.
Alex, thanks a lot for the call. Appreciate it.
They have not. I don't think have they named it. Will it be Littell or Savale?
I have not heard
Game
anything
3
at this
if
point.
needed?
Yeah. I mean, you would think it was Savale with the way he pitched the other night. He only went 1 inning, but then again, you might be right. Littell might be the guy because he does pound the strike zone all the time, and he's pitched well. He's been a hard luck loser. But I tell you right now, we got a promo code in case you do want to buy Rays tickets. Ticketsmarter.com,
Yes.
FanStream10,
Yes.
FanStream 20. Be smarter with your tickets. Go to Ticketsmarter.com.
I
Put
think
those
it's
codes
less
in.
than $200. You get $10 off.
Correct.
Your first order.
Yeah.
If you're 300 or more, it's $20 off.
Correct.
It's a little bit of help.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, anything helps
They'll
at
cover
this
your
point.
fees.
Right. Maybe cover your concessions a little bit. Ticketsmarter.com. Again, FanStream 10, FanStream 20. So there you go.
So, yeah,
stuff.
I hate to hear that about the Rays. I want to see a full house. I want it to be popping. Yeah, but, I mean, Major League Baseball.
When is there never a distraction? Which, by the way, why are the games at 3 o'clock? Why didn't
Because
you have any
nobody
prime
wants
time
to see
games?
the Rangers and Rays play. It's TV. Nobody wants to see the Rangers and Rays. It's just we're not a TV draw.
I think the Rays are a compelling story.
I think it's wrong that you stick a team with 2-3 afternoon games.
Right.
Like, let's mix it up. I get you don't want them in prime time every night, but let's mix it up. Every team should be able to be in prime time. You can't stick a fan base with all afternoon games. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Once again, by the way, where's the commission on the new stadium?
Oh yeah, he's been crickets.
Yeah. Maybe
There you go.
that was a FU to Stu. Oh, you want to build a stadium in that god awful location? Nothing against St. Pete at all. Just for a baseball stadium, not a place where
I love
we
St. Pete. I
downtown
do.
St. Pete.
Yes.
We absolutely love it. Awesome place, just not for a baseball stadium.
Right.
But yeah, maybe that is a little
Maybe.
FU.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's upset.
Maybe.
Hopefully the Rays are upset. Hopefully they continue to hit the ball because, that first game there, it certainly seemed like the Rays were conceding the series at that point, getting healthy, and then all of a sudden, back-to-back games there with scoring multiple runs. Like
Caminero
Yeah.
gets a home run. Aranda gets a grand slam. They're going to need his bat. Hopefully he's figured out how to hit a major league fastball.
Where's that been all year long?
I don't know. He's just really struggled. And the guy just crushed AAA pitching, but the major league velocity, the consistent velocity just seems to be too much for him. He can't get to that fastball, but maybe now he's finally figuring it out and getting it started a little bit early on. And, if you're going to see a lot of fastballs, you should be able to be pretty successful. So hopefully Aranda can have a nice postseason. Randy always gets toasty in the posty.
Yeah.
I think we should.
October Randy, Toasty and the Posty.
Toasty and the Posty.
Toasty and the Posty. Write
Where's
that
my,
down.
Where's my Smack Apparel?
We got to write it down.
Randy's Toasty and the Posty.
Write it down and send it to Smack Apparel, and I guarantee
By the way,
you they'll put it down.
we have some Rays.
That's always good to give away things here. We need more people. We need people to get on that fan mic back there.
There we go.
Look at that.
But I should
Yeah.
open up one of these. All
You
right.
should open it up. Put it on camera there. I'll go ahead And you'll read this comment right here from Buck's Basement. What the heck does that mean? Buck's Basement. Hey, Buck's Basement. The Bucks are in first place. You're going to have to change your name there. Do you think Logan Hall...
He just lives in the basement.
Well, maybe. Hopefully it's not his mom's basement. Do you think Logan Hall has the same problems as JTS? He overpowers to the point where he can't control where he goes and overexerts himself to the point he allows people to easily dodge him. Boat parade or bust. Love it. Good stuff.
Free tees.
Yeah.
Come on down and say Stu sucks, and you get a free tee.
I mean, it's always one thing or another with Stu and this ownership, and I get it. There's so much excitement, but whether it's the Montreal sign, it always takes the emphasis. You know, you can't just go through a regular season or a postseason and not have distractions. The main focus can't be the fans or going to a playoff game. Playoffs? No, it can't be that. It has to be some stupid stuff off the field with the ownership.
Well, you know, I don't. The ticket thing bothers me because when you're screwing over your own ticket holder, to me, if once the game times are announced, you should be able to. If you're not going to refund the money, you should be able to bank that for credit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just bank it for credit, sit for the next round. You know, hopefully we'll get better game times. But to force people to, you know, if people work, you got a 9 to 5, and you don't know when the games are. You should be able to bank that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what the Lightning does.
Well, don't tell anybody. I may be taking off tomorrow. I may be using that, paid day off. Just
there
saying.
you go. There you
Just saying.
go.
I mean, not for your show. Not for your show.
Not for the morning show.
For the other job. Don't lose your mind here. Yeah, for the other one.
We might give you the day off tomorrow, Peter. It's your birthday.
Well, maybe I don't want the day off.
What if we want to send you to the game as a fan reporter?
Oh, well, I'll take it.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah,
right.
I'll take it.
We'll put you up in the cheap seats. The $30, the $45, the $80 after the fees seats.
Bring my camera up there. Yeah, good sights and sounds.
Yeah.
Talking to Rays fans, we
Give
can
me
make it
some
work.
MOS? Give me some MOS?
Absolutely. Why not?
They're not going to credential us, but we can at least get in.
Sure. I can make it happen. Whether it's on a field or a phone booth, I can go live anywhere. Just give me some good Wi-Fi. Hopefully, is the Wi-Fi paid up there? How's the Wi-Fi in that place? Probably sucks, right?
My guess is not so good.
Not so good, right?
That would be an expenditure on their part.
Oh, yeah, of
So I would
course.
say probably
All
not
that
so
money
good.
has to go somewhere. It's
Well,
underneath this mattress.
It's $10.99. You can get Wi-Fi there.
Yeah,
They charge you for it.
write it off.
They charge
There you
you
go.
for it.
Business expense. That's how you do it. All right, let's get back to this question here before we go off the rails. But it'd
All
be
right.
funny if we did go off the rails a little bit. Do you think Logan Hall has the same problems as JTS? He overpowers to the point where he can't control where he goes and overexerts himself to the point he allows people to easily dodge him. Now, I saw him yesterday. He was in on some of that pressure. And by the way, he showed that he could be the next Shawn Michaels there with his flip up. Pretty athletic play for a guy that's 280, 290 pounds.
Look,
Phenomenal.
this is why playing in the NFL is so hard.
Yeah.
You got to beat your offensive linemen, right, with absolute just incredible ferocity, full tilt. And then when you get to the quarterback, you got to break down and make the tackle.
Yeah.
It's not easy unless you're Khalil Mack and you're getting 6 sacks yesterday. It's not easy. And that's what happened to Logan a couple times. So now, look, at least he's beating his man and now getting to the quarterback.
Right.
So, you're at least flushing him out and hopefully into the arms of somebody else because that's how most sacks happen anyway. So that's good. But, yeah, you got to be under control. You got to be able to make the play once you get there. That's why, it's tough to get sacks. It's tough to get them.
Yeah.
And, but at least he's getting the pressure.
Agree.
Which is a good thing, which we haven't really seen. And I haven't really seen that from JTS.
No, you haven't seen that, and you've seen an opportunity yesterday. It looked like he was going to finish a play, didn't finish the play. I mean, that's what you talked about in the offseason. He's got to do it. You know who else flashed yesterday? Yaya Diaby.
did.
And let me
Yes,
go
he
out to
did.
Dave here. Yaya needs to play more than JTS. I've seen enough of JTS. Yaya gets more playing time, the better he gets. Of course, coming into the
100%.
season, very raw, but I think eventually he will steal some of those reps from JTS.
100%. Diaby, you just look at him. That dude is a physical specimen, and he's just learning. He hasn't played. I think he's only played, 3-4 years of football?
Yeah.
He's just learning his
Crazy.
body. He's just learning his strength. He just needs reps. JTS, his ceiling is like my old 1950 bungalow house, 8 feet. It's you got to
Gonna
Everywhere you go.
lean down a little bit. Yeah,
That's a low ceiling.
That's kind of like T.J. Reeves when you do the post game show. He has to lean down for the camera.
Look, you got it. It's a low ceiling. JTS. JTS he's definitely not a vaulted ceiling guy.
No.
Diaby's got some ceiling. He's got a vaulted ceiling a little bit.
Yeah.
But JTS is. I just don't see it.
I'm not ready to give up on him yet, but you're right. I mean, when is it over for you when you've seen enough from him? And I guess you're telling me right now you've seen enough.
What are we, 2+ years in?
Yeah, it's true. Nah, we haven't seen much,
It's
right?
enough.
First round pick.
It's enough. Diaby's got to play more. He's just not, he's not getting it done.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Got to get it done. Got to get it done.
All right, we'll take another break. When we come back, I got to get the Euro smashing of Team USA off.
Do you
my
really have
chest.
to do that?
Yes.
You had Paul Stewart on today.
We got to
right?
talk about. Yeah, we did. We got to talk about the Gators. We got to talk about USF.
Oh yeah.
We got some sound from Byron Brown, Coach Golish. Big win for USF.
Wide receiver singing songs there, making them sing songs. Yeah. I'm doing work over the weekends, man.
I love this. I love this. So we'll do some of that, and we'll talk some more Rays. We got to whip around the NFL as well. A lot of interesting stories around the NFL. We'll preview tonight's Monday Night Football game. We'll give you another winner after yesterday. My 6-1 betting card yesterday.
Whoa! Wow!
Gave you the Bucks and the under. Gave you that. Hope you parlayed.
Yeah.
All right, back in 3 at the patio. Come on down. We're here till 7 o'clock. $4 White Claw seltzers and $4 White Claw vodkas without fees. Without fees, we ain't gonna hit you with service fees on that. So come on down.
Have any old coins sitting around the house? Well, the Golden Diamond Source will purchase a variety of different types of coins and bullion. Their gold buying program includes sterling silver, silver, platinum, and watches. They also accept unusual pieces that other jewelry stores do not, such as gold bars and sterling silver flatware. The list of items they do accept is far more extensive than those they don't, so check it out. While you're there, you can check out the largest collection of any family-owned jewelry store in the country, especially with summer coming to an end. The holidays are right around the corner. Never too early to start your holiday shopping, especially if you're planning on getting engaged or have any birthdays or anniversaries coming up. Come on in and find out what buying jewelry should be like with an expert staff of gold and diamond jewelry enthusiasts. And the best part, they treat you like family. And if you're worrying about price, don't. The Golden Diamond Source has something for everyone's budget. They even have a layaway. If you stop in and get your favorite piece now, you can have it paid off by Christmas. Plus, you can even finance your purchase with 0% interest for up to 5 years, and you can get a $5,000 diamond for only $83 a month. It's the greatest folks in the world, Julie and Steve Weintraub, the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
JP here for my good friends at Italiano Insurance, and they did it again. Once again, Italiano Insurance stepping up with the best customer service. I was in a bind. My old insurance company, my auto insurance, jacked up my rates, so I called Charity at Italiano Insurance, and she stayed till 9:30 at night until she got my insurance done. And guess what? She searched all these companies for me. I didn't do the work. She did. Saved me $1,000 on my annual premium. $1,000, folks. That's real money. And that's what you get at Italiano Insurance. Great customer service. And here's another note for you, by the way, with hurricane season up. 40% of people in Florida are underinsured. That means if you have something happen during a hurricane and you need replacement costs, you're going to get 40% less than you deserve. Can't let that happen. Call the folks at Italiano Insurance and get them to help you out in both those regards. It will save you money and keep you insured properly. That's 813-877-7799. Great folks in the community, been doing it for over 60 years. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799.
Well, Fitz, the mortgage guy, did it again. A listener heard his ad, was going to another big bank, but called Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services of Tampa, and Fitz saved him $618 on his monthly payment. Are you kidding me? Folks, that's big money. Rates are going up, they're going down, they're going all over the place. Scott will shop your loan and save you lender fees and get the best rates. Email him, scott@amstampa.com, or call 813-294-7595. That's Fitz, the mortgage guy. Lots of stuff going on right now, and these rates are going all over the place. You need somebody knowledgeable in the market that will work hard for you and get you the best deal. That's my man, Scott. He's done 3 loans for me, done thousands of loans for local folks here, works with a lot of the coaches and players in the area. He's the guy. 813-294-7595, or go to scott@amstampa.com.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show with JP on FanStream Sports.
From the Patio in South Tampa, 421 South MacDill. Come on down and join us for a Monday Night Football watch party each and every Monday night. You can get those $4 White Claws if you want to do the seltzer or the vodkas.
Yeah.
You should be starting early, man. It's your birthday.
You know, I everybody says that, but I'm not much of a drinker, to tell you the truth, man. I barely ever drink.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just...
Maybe you should start.
Maybe... You're going to be a bad influence on this show?
Yes, I am. Absolutely. 100%.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Buy you a shot of tequila or something today.
Oh, man. That's it right now. Yeah.
Okay. After the show? We'll see.
Well, maybe.
All right. Let the doc slide in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get him on here. There we go. Right there.
So if you've been watching Bay Area Modern Medical Center, Chris Lugo coming on in. So if you've been watching a lot of these games, we saw with Aaron Rodgers. We're seeing with a lot of different injuries on this turf. So I want to welcome in Stanley Tucci right here, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen him on many movies. Tell me he does not look like Stanley Tucci. The lovely Ashley
never heard that before.
Put a side-by-side together, and I sent that to you. You're a dead ringer, absolute dead ringer.
I've never heard that.
Welcome it. Never heard of it? Of course you have.
Never heard of it.
Come on. You're a dead ringer.
Actually, it was at Boulan a couple of weeks ago, and yeah.
What a fine restaurant that is.
Oh,
Jeff
God.
Gigante's Boulan.
Oh, yes.
Titus is also a partner in that one.
There's a lot of little hands in the mix on that one.
Yeah, if you've not been to Boulan in downtown Tampa, right there next to in the Addition, next to the Addition,
Right next to the
beautiful
Addition, right across the
restaurant.
street, yeah.
Tremendous food, yeah. Took the lovely Ashley there
It is
for
actually good.
for her birthday. Yeah, it was just great. So I'm wondering, like, the Players Associations hate these turfs, these sticky turfs. You get a lot of non-contact, Odell Beckham Jr. in the Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers. That just wasn't a really physical play. I don't know, when his calf is sinking into the mushed up tires. That seems like a toxic issue in and of
Carcinogenic,
itself.
yeah, a little cancer causing.
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts from a medical standpoint on the artificial surfaces?
So we were just chatting off the camera. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of gruesome, not just injuries, but a lot of gruesome injuries here this weekend alone. I mean, in the past 2 weeks, Aaron Rodgers being one, but his was gruesome. But
no,
Gurley's was nasty here a week or two ago. That was nasty. The Tennessee game on Saturday, I watched that game live. That was gruesome. It seems like it's getting worse.
Riley Leonard, the Duke quarterback, last play of the game. Poor Duke boy. At game day there, they're all ready to upset Notre Dame, and they just pissed that one away.
Yes.
And then their quarterback gets hurt on the last play, which looked pretty gruesome to me. And that's an artificial surface where it just doesn't seem to give it all like that. Your cleats just stick in that turf, and if somebody's falling down on you, it just sticks in there.
I think it's a multifactorial in the sense that these guys, especially these linebackers, these guys are bigger, stronger, faster. They're beasts. A lot of lower body tackling going on, none of this upper body stuff. So when they're doing the rolling as they're sweeping legs, and they're rolling on those ankles. And I'm surprised there's not more injuries to those ankles than are probably led on to the league.
Yeah, I just feel like grass fields, they just have more give to them. I know they're not, like, the players will tell you. And if you've ever, like, I'm down on these fields all the time, do it during pregame and things like that. And you could just, it's just a different feel. Yeah. I mean, even your street shoes stick. They don't slide, at all. And I can imagine what it's like with cleats.
With cleats, yeah, and they're hotter for one thing, but not
you talked about that. Yeah. They're way hotter.
Yeah, they're holding probably good 20 degrees more heat than compared to grass fields.
And we have them in high schools as well, like all over the place.
Jesuit, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, those guys are putting in some.
And I guess, when you're talking about high schools, it's, from a cost standpoint, to keep up a grass field, I guess, is prohibitive. I don't know. We used to have them, and didn't seem to be a problem, and
Well,
now
you
everybody
think-
wants the turf because it looks good, it looks pretty, it's easy to mark, it stays out there. It's like just the maintenance is
drainage
less,
is
obviously.
easy on them, yeah.
Yeah, drainage is easier, but is it best for the athletes? I'm going to say that's a big fat no.
I'm probably saying no also on that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well. All right, so I've been telling you a little bit because you deal with a lot of guys like me, weekend warriors. We're out there trying to stay fit, and I was playing on a hard court, which is, hard like basketball, but it's not like when I play tennis on a clay court, my knees don't hurt that much. But on a hard court, holy crap, does it hurt the day after? Is that just the torque of being on a hard court?
You're getting old.
Yeah, that too.
Sorry. Weekend warriors, a lot of it's going to be my older guys. So, like, I had a 63-year-old guy today in my office. The guy's a beast. I mean, he runs almost 20 miles a week. Very fit. His lipid profile is phenomenal. Probably one of the best in my practice. But as I told him today, you got to slow down a little bit. As we're getting older, you've got to warm up a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You can't go in cold and run onto the court. You got to stretch more. Get those foam rollers. There's a couple good ones out there that have little undulations in them versus the flat ones. You got to warm up more. And yeah, you're going to look like an idiot out there rolling out your legs. But look, in my unit, like I got guys who are firm believers in foam rollers. And these are
talk a little bit about that.
These
Like
are
what
elite guys.
what does that do for you? Because I need to, in order for me to be motivated to do it, I got to know why it works. I'm just weird that way. So why does foam rolling help you?
So you're stretching out that muscle. You're stretching out those fibers. So like we were talking about earlier off camera, a certain wide receiver, Evans, with a bad hamstring, like that's a nagging injury. But if you can roll that hamstring out on a regular occasion, stretch that muscle up because it's going to be taut. When you're standing all day long, you're engaging that posterior chain, that glute, and that hamstring. That's one reason why those are really chronic injuries and really chronic nagging injuries don't get better. But if you could roll that thing out on a regular occasion, I guarantee these guys are, you're going to probably increase the longevity, get the more blood flow going there also.
So it's just more blood flow.
Stretching, more stretching. Yes, it's a different variation of stretching that you can do.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And also we talked a little bit about knees, hips. Everybody's getting replacements. Where are you on replacements versus stem cell versus other therapies?
Get the films first and foremost. Get the X-rays. Make sure everything's lined up properly. Get the MRIs done. Also, make sure there's no really crazy torn ligaments going on and any debris that's in there that can be cleaned out. If everything looks fairly decent, I would say try to save up some cash and get stem cells, real stem cells, not the ones we're doing here in the States, not PRP. That's hocus pocus. Save your money because you're going to spend a couple grand doing that. But if you can prolong surgery, a partial knee versus a complete knee, if your orthopod wants to do that, get multiple opinions first and get the films done. Make sure that you have other options out there.
We were just John Smoltz was on the show last week. He just had both hips done, and they're having great success with this. I know a friend of mine just got his knee done. 6 weeks later, he's already out playing golf.
Correct.
Yeah.
But there's some injuries that that's beyond stem cells. That's a surgical repair first and foremost. Like we talked about, Big Nasty going. He's going to need surgery eventually just to get everything going, and then stem cells after that just to kind of make it better. But he's a premier athlete. For God's sake.
You mentioned Mike Evans, the hamstrings. And we're going through this debate over whether we're going to pay Mike Evans 3 years, $75 million guaranteed.
Trade him.
Trade him.
Trade him.
Hamstrings don't get better as you get older.
They're tough. They really are tough. They're tough to heal. You talk about them all the time. You talk about guys who, once you're a heat casualty and you overheat, you're always going to be more susceptible to being a heat casualty. Once you tear a hamstring, you're going to be more susceptible to tear that thing over and over, and it's really hard
to heal.
They really and truly are.
Yeah.
You really got to take a lot of time off. Get those things done, and it's a multifactorial healing process. You got to do a lot of that stuff.
Is it tougher for a longer athlete, a guy who's 6'5"? I mean, is that
taller guy?
It?
He's long legs, so you got a long muscle going on there. So he's not short and compact.
Yeah, we love Mike Evans. We love him. But we love the Bucks as well, and it's hard to in a salary cap league to guarantee money to guys who are getting older.
Correct.
It's a young man's game, especially receivers, quick twitch, fast.
2.6 years for a running back. Is that the life of a running back? 2.6 years in the NFL. So as a wide receiver, it's not much more than that. And he's had multiple injuries. It's difficult. you got to look at it from a standpoint of what's the good for the organization, not just what's good for the player.
All right. So last but not least, testosterone. I always like to ask you about this. First of all, I need a refill, by the way. Get my refill. I don't want to be without.
You got it.
Just drained the vial yesterday. By the way, folks, I've been self-injecting. I hear guys say this all the time. Well, do I have to go into the office every week? No. Guys, this is easy. It's just, right in your butt. It's so easy to do.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. I mean, no offense to the medical profession, but
It's not, though.
it's not that big
You
a
don't
deal.
need to inject you, please.
Do you have guys that are just like, I can't do it? Be honest.
Yes. And then I say, I use other choice words with them because I'm pretty good. I'm pretty close to my patients. So
Yeah.
I know all my patients by first name. They knew me by first name. So we're on that. I'm not this hierarchy that I'm better than you. That's,
You're a
I have to say,
partner.
we're a partner, and it's a collaboration. Like we're doing this together. If you're not achieving your goals, I'm failing you. But I let them know, look, and then bring it in the office. We'll do the first injection together, and I will teach you. And most guys look at me going, oh, that wasn't that bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's not that bad. It's the thought of, hey, I'm doing something that's not.
Well, I just referred a patient for you, and I couldn't believe it. So he told me he was with this other company, and they were charging him like $700 or $1,000 a month for testosterone treatment.
I know.
Like,
I'm not a good business person. I'm sorry, but I don't believe in doing subscriptions. I think that's
like, oh my
bullshit.
God.
It's $95 for a vial, lasts you 90 days. That's $1 a day of testosterone. That's pretty cheap. But yeah, subscription based, minimum $100 a month is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I won't be able to sleep at night if I'm charging patients like that. That's wrong.
Well, there you go. That's reason
wrong.
number
I have
1
ethics.
to 1,000 to go to Bay Area Modern Medical Center, BAMMC.com. Get your appointment. He'll work extra hours if you need a Saturday or a Sunday.
Let me know.
Or a later night. He'll be happy to do that for you as well. All right. Thanks, partner.
Thanks. Appreciate
Oh, well,
it.
I forgot to ask you about your Gators.
It's nice being here.
And that's how he exits.
That's the SEC. I knew it was going to be an ugly game with Kentucky, and it's
They're
the
5-0.
SEC.
Mark Stoops is a pretty damn good coach.
Yes, but it's the
I was a
SEC.
little surprised they got it manhandled like they did up front, though.
And Vanderbilt's playing crappy this year, but Vanderbilt's going to sneak up and,
don't
crush
don't
somebody's
even.
dreams this year.
Don't even.
They will.
If you lose to Vanderbilt at home for homecoming,
They will crush somebody's dreams this season.
Sunbelt Billy.
They will. They always do it week in and week out usually.
All right. On that note, we'll go to break.
Thanks.
Thank you. Chris Lugo, Bay Area Modern Medical Center, BAMMC.com. Guys, if you are not getting your testosterone right, you need to, trust me, I've been doing this for 6-7 years now, and it is a total game changer. And trust me, your testosterone is probably low. Even if you think you're the baddest mofo out there, young, old, it doesn't matter. It's just the environment we live in. The food supply that we have here in the United States suppresses testosterone. So, and you need that as a man to fuel your body to work the way it's supposed to work. So
I feel like I need to get checked out soon, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm gonna get it taken care of here. Definitely.
Did you get your insurance yet?
No, not yet. I got some other problems that kind of crept up here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. I'm just trying to help you, bro.
I know
I'm
you
just
are.
trying to help you.
I know you are. I know
Just
you
trying
are.
to
And I'm gonna take the help. Trust me.
Quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little college football. USF with
Yeah,
a huge
baby.
win. And I got a great story from their athletic director, Michael Kelly, who's a good friend of the show. Great story for him this weekend. We're going to share lots of good vibes for USF. So
Yeah.
come on down to the patio. Join us for our Monday Night Football watch party. $4 White Claw seltzers and vodkas, $1 off all beer and wine on already low prices. Great folks here, great staff. Come on down to join us at the patio. That's that name.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any old coins sitting around the house? Well, the Golden Diamond Source will purchase a variety of different types of coins and bullion. Their gold buying program includes sterling silver, silver, platinum, and watches. They also accept unusual pieces that other jewelry stores do not, such as gold bars and sterling silver flatware. The list of items they do accept is far more extensive than those they don't. So check it out. While you're there, you can check out the largest collection of any family-owned jewelry store in the country, especially with summer coming to an end. The holidays are right around the corner. Never too early to start your holiday shopping, especially if you're planning on getting engaged or have any birthdays or anniversaries coming up. Come on in and find out what buying jewelry should be like with an expert staff of gold and diamond jewelry enthusiasts. And the best part, they treat you like family. And if you're worrying about price, don't. The Gold and Diamond Source has something for everyone's budget. They even have a layaway. If you stop in and get your favorite piece now, you can have it paid off by Christmas. Plus, you can even finance your purchase with 0% interest for up to 5 years, and you can get a $5,000 diamond for only $83 a month. It's the greatest folks in the world, Julie and Steve Weintraub, the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Hey guys, are you experiencing those feelings of getting older, lower sex drive, fatigue, hot flashes, moodiness, or you just don't feel like you had the vitality you once had? It's a chronic problem here in the United States. You're not just getting old, it's likely low testosterone. Studies over the last 20 years show a shocking decline in younger males aged 16 to 39. Older men have seen a sharp decline as well, so do something about it. Go see my friend Christopher Lugo at Bay Area Modern Medicine. Look, testosterone replacement is not a frivolous treatment. It takes a professional, targeted approach that focuses on total body wellness, vitality, and emotional stability, not a one-size-fits-all approach like many clinics use. They will monitor your blood work and adjust your treatment as needed for optimal results. Folks, I've been on testosterone therapy for over 6 years, and it is a life changer. You will feel and look better than you did 10 years ago. Give them a call at 844-977-3477 or go to BAMMC.com. Tell them JP sent you for priority scheduling. That's 844-977-3477 or BAMMC.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group, Jeeves. Call for a free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. We're local, we're trusted. The law firm brings over 80 years of combined legal experience focusing on clients in Tampa Bay, the state of Florida, and national class action cases. If you're injured, get that free case evaluation, no cost to you. The Jeeves Law Group's focus is on auto, truck, and motorcycle accidents, as well as class action and consumer protection law. Scott Jeeves is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. You hear him on the show all the time. Great guy, big Gator fan, and great for the community. The Jeeves Law Group is a highly skilled team with years of experience that will apply their skills, expertise, and knowledge to assist individuals who have been in an accident with compensation for damages, lost wages, medical expenses, pain and suffering, and property damage. Get that free case evaluation, 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES.
Coming back at you. Now, more with JP on FanStream Sports. It's only just begun.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. I'm Peter Blake here. Open phone lines. We actually got some breaking news just coming down from Adam Schefter. That game against the Detroit Lions, the scheduling flex, the Detroit Lions at Tampa Bay Buccaneer game now will be played at 4:25 p.m. on Sunday, October 15th.
Was it scheduled for 1?
Yeah, it was scheduled at 1. Now it's 4:25.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes, absolutely it is.
That is freaking huge for the fans.
Yep.
Yeah, so they want that in the prime time or the prime afternoon window.
America's game of the week, right?
What do you think?
And
you like it? Yeah, all right, here we go, 4:25.
Yes.
We're already out of the 1 o'clock Sundays.
Love it. Got to love it. You got to love that. And,
oh, I know. So that's right.
Yeah, and he actually had a gift for me, too. He got me a birthday gift. Got me
how about that?
Yeah, how about that? Somebody brought a gift there. There you go. How about that? Gift card right there. Thank you very much. I will accept that.
I got one as well.
There you go.
Our listeners are awesome.
I love our
They
listeners.
Are fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic.
So,
so 4:25 flex, huh?
Yeah. Creamsicles.
Getting a little bit of respect.
That's it. I got to read this comment here. Somebody teasing me about the Cowboys. Peter H. Blake, how about them Cowboys, my brother? I mean, we came in, we saw that ESPN report. 50 points they've allowed total on defense with 3 touchdowns. You know who you compare them to right now with that effort? the 2002 Tampa Bay Buccaneers who went 12-4. Are the Cowboys that good in your opinion, or is it too soon?
Too soon.
Which team is it? Is it the team that dismantled New England, or is it the team
New
that
England
lost to the
clearly
Cardinals?
sucks.
Right. Huh.
I mean, Bill Belichick. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Talk about overrated to a certain degree, right? I'm not saying he's not the greatest coach of all time, but
honestly,
without Tom Brady, he's just a normal coach, right?
No. He's less than mediocre without Tom Brady. Look at the record.
Yeah.
Less than mediocre.
No.
So I think his legacy is being stained tremendously. I mean, between last year not being able to hire an offensive coordinator, like what the F was that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, what are you doing? And then this year, Mac Jones has just been awful. It looks like the game has passed it by. His drafting has been dreadful.
It's been terrible.
Can't draft a receiver.
Nope.
I mean, from an offensive standpoint, he does not know how to draft. Sorry. Yeah, his legacy is being substantially stained by this awful football that he's putting out there right now.
Yeah, and Josh McNugget, a.k.a. Josh McDaniels, who belongs at a McDonald's at this point, loses yesterday with the Raiders. So when is he going to be fired? I mean, that whole situation, Jimmy Garoppolo not working, he's blaming his backup quarterback who most likely was not ready or prepared to play that game yesterday. Yeah, and then
I just
Chandler
have a
Jones
feeling-
being cut too because of being arrested on Friday.
Yeah, freak show.
Yeah, disaster.
The Raiders are a disaster.
Yeah.
That is a cursed franchise.
Yes.
I mean,
And it starts from the top with Mark Davis.
Yeah, what a
Well, a chip off the old block because Al, when he first started the NFL, because he was one of the
bro, get a haircut.
Oh, it's Dumb and Dumber all over again, man.
Go to Great Clips.
Yeah, it's
Sports
like
Clips.
Lloyd Christmas
Some
all over
clips.
again. Yeah,
like please, it's like how can you be that? How can you be that rich
Right.
and have that bad a haircut?
right. If you're Tom Brady and you're getting recruited by Mark Davis, are you laughing at him? Are you just trolling him at that point? Because the talk was, you remember the talk now from Dana White, that they had a deal with Brady and Gronk to go to the Raiders. And if you're Brady and you walk into
Better
the
be
room,
happy that didn't happen.
right, and you see Mark Davis, I'm turning the other way. I'll probably laugh, probably troll, take a picture, something along those lines, and probably turn the other way. That's the reason why he probably didn't go to the Raiders in the first place, among other reasons out there.
Well, he was thinking about it. That would have been really, really stupid.
Yeah, it would have been. All right, let's go out to Harry the Greek here. What a week. The Bucks beat the Saints. Harry did quite well. You said 6-1. He went 8-0.
Wow.
And
Nice job.
Yeah, and he didn't pick the Bears yesterday, which who's worse, the Raiders or the Chicago Bears?
The Bears.
How do you blow a 28-7 lead?
The Bears.
By the way, they're up for the first pick and the second overall pick.
Yeah, they'll still screw it up.
Caleb Williams, Jimmy Johnson was saying that yesterday.
Like, how do you not? Justin Fields was awesome yesterday.
I know.
And then they shut him down. How do you get a lead like that and then just completely change your game plan because you're so terrified of effing it up? And that's exactly what you're doing is effing it up. Have some cojones.
Right. Well, he tried to have some cojones, but he got it cut off there.
The fourth down play?
Kick the field goal.
Well, not only that, punt it, kick it, do whatever. But if you're going to run a play, you have Justin Fields. He's 6'3", 225 pounds.
Yeah.
Runs a 4.40. And you're going to just do an inside handoff and with a terrible offensive line and a worse running back. And just what are you doing?
They're Stu
How do you
Sternberging
not
it.
get him out on the edge to do something?
They're stewing it. You know why? They're trying to make sure he fails, just like Stu tried to make sure the whole effort in Tampa and everywhere else is failing with the fan base. Trying to do the same thing with Justin Fields. They didn't draft him. That's the reason why they're trying to make sure he fails. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And 2 weeks in a row, the Chargers coach Staley gets bailed out by his defense with stupid fourth down calls.
He's a terrible coach.
And again, the fourth down calls don't bother me as much as what plays are you running?
Right.
You have such an advantage on fourth down because they have to play the run. Throwing the ball is like an 80-90% like completion rate when you have 12 in the box.
Yeah,
like just get a tight end out in a flat, a running back, and it's like it's a pitch and catch. It's the easiest freaking play in football.
Yeah,
but you don't have the nuts to call it.
No, you don't.
With Justin Herbert at quarterback. For God's sakes, like these coaches, man, they get paid millions of dollars, and they're not dumb guys. They just overthink. It's unbelievable.
Over analysis by paralysis, or paralysis by over analysis.
Oh
yes.
my God.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let's transition a little to some.
Well, I want to read this comment here because this is from the Greek. He said, Fields had a fumble, scoop up, pick six. Don't forget about the interception at the end of the game. So what's the combination of idiot running the organization and a bad quarterback? I mean, do you think he's that bad of a quarterback, or is it bad coaching in an organization that once again has no idea what they're doing with developing a franchise
I think it's
quarterback?
terrible coaching. Terrible coaching.
I think it is too.
Terrible coaching, terrible personnel. It's the Bears. You're terrible.
Yeah.
They're Bears. All right, so do we want to finish up with the Bucs and hear from Baker?
By the way, do you know what his – let's go to Baker. Do you know what his completion percentage is on third down this year, throwing the ball?
69%.
It's actually better than that. 76% completion.
76%. He's been phenomenal on third down. He's been so good. All right, let's go out to let's listen to Baker Mayfield post game as he talks about it. I just love his humility.
Yeah.
Since day one, he has said and done everything right. Oh, Tom Brady, they're going to suck. They don't have Tom anymore. They have Baker Mayfield. We said it before the season. What a lazy-ass take.
It is.
What a lazy-ass take.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Here we go.
Pretty good there. I don't know if that was one of those scary, Gumby moments that you had to have. Just how were you able to get out of that? How did you tough it out?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. So what is
scary,
that?
to be honest with you.
Lower
Just
cup,
getting down,
low
those scary moments, then obviously a late hit coming on top of that. So, luckily, it wasn't worse than it was, so thank God for that. But Cade presented a good little check down right there in front of me, and he was able to make a play after that.
You were able to hit Mike first pass play of the game on an 18-yard completion. I know you talked earlier in the week about wanting to be more aggressive. Was that the idea to attack earlier on downs?
Yeah, I mean, just taking advantage of our one-on-ones, just trusting our guys. I think you saw that throughout the game, and and obviously unfortunate to lose Mike during the game, but our young guys are playing well. I think you saw that firsthand. Chris stepped up in a big way. Still need to get him a touchdown. Underthrew him right before the half. Just a bad throw on the interception, and then on that late fade ball right before we scored a DT. Just trying to get him in the end zone, but everybody was playing well.
Hey, Baker, what do you attribute to the fact you've had issues with turnovers, but you've been fantastic this year? What has changed for you, and you play with obviously more confidence?
We talked.
It's a great team. Everybody's on the same page, and just everybody's doing their job. It comes down to little details when you're playing against a good team like that. And so, yeah, obviously we'd like to have that one throw back today, but it's a physical error. There wasn't anything mental. That was just a bad throw. So, we can correct those.
Just what does this do for your confidence for the team's
take the bait.
frame of
No, we
mind
didn't.
to be able to go into the bye week, an early bye, 3-1?
It's good for us. I mean, obviously, early bye is it's going to be a grind down the stretch for us. But when you're looking at how we're at injury-wise, it's coming at a good time, and just momentum-wise, having a good division win against a very physical opponent, this couldn't have come at a better time for us.
How are you guys able to sort of troubleshoot today and adapt when, whether it's an injury or the running game comes and goes, and you have to find ways to get the ball downfield?
It comes down to everybody paying attention during meetings, practice, next man up mentality, and just everybody being on the same page when it comes down, like I mentioned about the turnovers. It's everybody's on the same page no matter who's in there. You got to know your job and do it at a high level, and our young guys did that at the same time today as our veterans.
It seemed like you had that 83-yard drive or whatever it was, a lot of plays. You had shovel passes and end arounds. Did it feel like you got in a little zone there with Dave?
Yeah, no, definitely. We were finally able to get into a groove. It's just a matter of us getting that that first drive going. Obviously, the first one I think was a 6-play drive, but we hurt ourselves a little bit. But yeah, we finally were able to get into a rhythm, and then that's when we can dial it up, and the guys are on the same page. So you see all the different unique plays, but we practice those, and so we just have to be able to do the simple little things right early on to get into that rhythm.
It seemed like you used your legs more today, maybe by you had to, but just what smart scrambles there.
Yeah, there was a couple there. I mean, early on in the game,
Great.
Thad Lewis pointed out that they're not accounting for me, and then just that last third down right before we had Chase hit the long field goal. Dave's telling me, we just need 5 yards right here. So we were looking for obviously to convert the first down, but just getting it into field goal range and letting Chase. I mean, he's consistent for us, so getting him into range.
Do you take it personally if they don't account for you?
No, it's just. I mean, I don't take it personally. I'm not the
Once
athlete that our
again,
skill
trying
guys
to bait
are.
him.
I know better than that.
What do you think of your? I don't think too many people outside of your building thought you'd be in first place.
Yep.
After 4 games.
Yep.
What does it say about where you guys are and how confident are you about?
It shows just the, I guess, the accountability within our building. Knowing to do your job, not letting any outside noise affect us. And so right now, the narrative's going to flip, and we have to even, keep that mindset even more so. You can't change whether people are patting you on the back or talking trash about you. But we've known all along what we have in this building. We've been saying it since the off season, and we just got to keep getting better and better. That was the first complimentary football game we've had, and it was a good one.
You've been singing Mike's praises since you got here, but
Yep.
to be able to get a win in such a hostile environment, a divisional win, to do it when you don't even have him for a full 2 quarters, just what does that say about this team?
We're never out of the fight. I think we have a team of very, very strong-minded men, and just staff in general. They're going to put people in position to win and make plays. And
coaching.
I just can't say enough about our defense at the same time. 9 points against that offense as well. That's incredible. And they had Alvin back as well. So kudos to our guys on the defensive side of the ball, and we just played well as a unit.
Saints defense hasn't allowed many points at all last dozen games. What does that do for y'all's confidence offensively?
Today shows us if we do the little things right, what we're capable of doing. I mentioned it after the Eagles game. That's a very good defense as well, and we missed it on that one. Didn't do the little things right. A good defense is going to take advantage of it, but today it was a different story.
When we talked to you this week, you had talked about witnessing the Bucs-Saints rivalry from afar. What was it like for you today, being in the thick of it?
Obviously, not having Mike there, I think it was a little bit less of the drama, but there was still a trash talk going back and forth. You love it. It's a passionate rivalry, whether they want to say it or not, but it's a physical game when we play New Orleans.
How much was coming from you?
I plead the fifth.
We'll see.
Yeah.
The Bucs in the current, that great series they have where they get all their mic'd up stuff out.
Love it.
Yeah, he's been great on that. By the way, if you're not checking out the Bucs website, that's the mic'd up stuff. This is why these guys believe in Baker. And just being out there at training camp, we saw this.
Get your weight up, boy.
If you're watching, if you're paying attention, you could see during training camp and during the offseason how these guys. I even saw Baker out at the Mike Evans event, chatted with him a little bit. He's supporting all of his teammates and everything in the offseason. That stuff matters, man. It really freaking matters. And he's built a bond with this team. And then you go out and you're diving for first downs and you're putting your body on the line. You're taking a hit like that cheap shot from Shepard, and you're getting up and you're coming back and playing. I don't mean to disparage the GOAT, but we didn't see any of that stuff last year. And if he were to come back this year, and people would have seen, what they would have said? Oh, the Bucs are going to win the division because of Tom Brady. And I said, no. They're going to have another terrible season like they had last year and score 18 points again, because you can't have an immobile quarterback in this league anymore. You can't do it.
Right.
This guy, I charted these plays. From the very beginning, 3rd and 6, they rush 3. He scrambles out, gets a first down. Had the turnover-worthy play over the middle, and he's trying to hit Otten. They dropped it. All right, it's part of it. He had a 3rd and 7. He scrambled out to the left, and Rachaad White gave him a great block. First down, converted again. So I think 3 or 4 first downs that he converted on 3rd down with just running. The touchdown to Cade Otten. He gets out of pressure and gets hit. Cam Jordan's got his feet, and he still completes it to Otten for a touchdown. The one to the throw to TP in the corner, great fade route. That's a great touch pass.
Sure.
Perfect placement on that.
That's a Mike Evans route right there.
Yeah,
that's where you throw it up, and that's where you got to see.
He high pointed it.
Yes, he did.
And Devin Tompkins, he scrambles out to his right and throws the ball out into the open area, allowing Tompkins. The only one that was going to catch that was Devin Tompkins. Great diving catch, but a great throw, a great escape by Baker Mayfield. Sets up, as he talked about, set up the field goal. Didn't need a first down. All he needed was 7. Got to that marker. He knew what he was doing. God, this is just smart football, man.
Yeah.
Super smart, tough, athletic football, and I'm not surprised at it. People, if you went back as I did and looked at the tape of him with the Rams completely unprepared, didn't know the offense. He was making plays.
Yeah.
And people want to, it didn't work in Carolina. Of course it did. It's Matt Rule, who was a buffoon as
He's
an
not
NFL
an NFL coach. He's a college coach. It's not gonna work.
Four teams in 1 year. Who cares?
Right. Well,
Look at
you
the
don't have the
specific
consistent coaching. You don't have the consistent offensive coordinator.
9
You have to learn
offensive coordinators in his
You have
career.
to learn a new system
Look
every
at the
year.
dude's skill set.
Yeah.
Look at the attitude he had coming in. His attitude, that chip on his shoulder, matched the Bucs' attitude. You don't think these guys are getting behind Baker Mayfield because he's not Tom Brady? He is. We talked about this way back.
Yeah.
This is a winning edge for this team, and that's not to disparage the GOAT. It was just a really bad year, and people were done with it. These guys were freaking done with it.
Well, the distractions on top of it, the mobility, I think is the big thing there because you've seen that. You've seen it work. And look, Baker Mayfield is not Lamar Jackson. You don't have to be. What you have to do is you have to be able to scale the pocket. You can make plays. You buy time. And then on top of it, you go through your progressions. When you have those 5 to 6 seconds, instead of trying to force something, you're looking to make a play up the field. And if you don't have it, you take off. Or
He's
you
been
throw,
great.
or you throw it away and pick up a penalty for not throwing it to your running back who's in the area. By the way,
terrible call.
A terrible call once again by the refs.
All right, let's hear from Antoine Winfield.
All
Who
right.
was the player of the game, best player on the field in my mind, for the first time since 2018. And Bobby Wagner, 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, caused fumble, recovered fumble. What am I missing? Sack. That stat line is just as versatile as a Rondé Barber.
Yeah.
Game. Unbelievable. Here's Antoine Winfield.
Let's do it. Why don't you take us through that play at the end of the first half there? Obviously, you guys had just turned it over. What it meant to get the ball back?
Yeah, so the fullback had the ball. I just seen him running with it, and I ended up just punching the ball, came out, and recovered it and just made that play. But that was super important.
Ride or die.
We had a turnover, and every time we take the field, it's like nothing happens. Like we don't be like, oh, they turned the ball over. It's like, okay, let's go make a play. Let's go play some defense, and that's just what we did, and got a takeaway right back.
You had a lot of good games, and you did everything but have an interception.
I know, right? Got to get the ball.
It's the only one you did get.
Yeah.
What's it like to be in that zone and fill up the stat sheet like that, where it's tackles for losses, sacks, fumble recovers?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm just here to help in any way. I want to win games. That's my number one goal. So any way I can help this team win, that's just what I'm here for.
Antoine, were you prepared any differently between the two quarterbacks, whether it was Jameis Winston or Derek Carr?
Not really. Regardless of who was in, they kind of ran the same scheme. So
one throw,
I just,
one interception.
Studied them, and I felt like I had a good grasp.
And to have a win like this going into the bye and have control of the division going in, how big is this from a momentum standpoint?
It's huge. It's huge, and it's more special coming to New Orleans and winning because it's a divisional game, and it's always going to be tough games whenever you're within a division. So huge win.
All right, so there you go. Welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here, live from the patio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football watch party. Come on down and join us here. We've got a good crowd filling it up.
Seattle and the Giants tonight. Who do you like in that game?
I like the G-Men. The
Yeah,
G-Men.
G-Men.
They're at home.
Yeah.
Seattle's, they're an interesting football team, but I don't think the Giants have played their best football yet. So I'm gonna go Giants. I don't have a strong play on this one, to be honest. No.
Maybe we need to get Harry the Greek to call in and
8-0, man.
8-0.
I just went back on my legal pad here that I use for all my notes. I wrote down all his picks.
You wrote it down. Write it down.
I wasn't questioning the veracity of his 8-0 pick.
Of course not.
Maybe I was. But I love you, Harry.
You got to stop questioning Harry the Greek.
I was like, you know what? I remember because I bet a lot of what he gave me.
Yeah.
We were in conjunction on a lot of those picks.
Yeah.
And every one of them. He nailed it.
He did nail it.
Nailed it all. He'll be back on Thursday for more fun. I was listening to the Ross Tucker, supposed to have the best picks. He's been terrible this year. Terrible.
What's his record?
I want to say after this week, probably like 7-22. He's been good in the past, though. But that's the way it goes.
7-22.
Now, don't quote me on that number, but something in that area. But, yeah, it ain't easy. So, but Harry the Greek's on a roll.
Yeah.
As am I. So,
yeah. Well, there you
make
go.
money. with the Bucks too. Like I gave you the Bucks plus the 3. I went to 4.5, by the way. Had to load up a little extra.
I know.
Take a little out of the college fund and put it up on there. Yeah,
there you go.
Little short term,
little shekels,
little short term investment. We'll return to the fund, of course, absolutely. But yeah, and then parlayed that with the under, which was sweet under. So I gotta bring this up.
Okay.
I don't know if you've noticed this.
What's that?
Taylor Swift was at the game last night.
Oh, you don't say, because
it.
there wasn't enough times where the broadcasters actually mentioned Taylor Swift and showed when Kelsey wasn't even scoring a touchdown. Every time Kansas City scored or did something.
Notice how they went away from that in the second half?
Oh,
because
yeah.
they were getting, the internet was just lit up with enough. Nobody gives it a rip. Football fans don't care.
No.
All these other fans that are coming in that the NFL loves, which, by the way, the NFL, they're not going to be here when they break up, which is like, what, a week away?
Oh, yeah, probably a couple weeks away.
She's got her.
I told you what she's planning to do.
Her movie,
right?
Her movie theater, like the
October 13th, which is on Peacock, by the way.
And then she has her 1989 album coming up.
Oh, 1989.
So
okay.
2 huge releases within the next month. I mean, I would never question the sincerity of her love for Travis. I would never question that.
Because when she's with the brother Jason for Philadelphia, because, by the way, we found out, we did our...
She's a Philly fan.
She's a Philly fan.
I would never question that, because I would, love is love. And I would never say that they're doing a publicity stunt.
Especially when it's in Hollyweird,
no,
right?
Would never.
No.
I would never suggest such a horrible thing. Like, why?
Yeah. How could you?
Taylor Swift doesn't need that.
Right. I mean, she's only wrote, 99 songs about how many...
But
guys she's dropped or
what
dropped her.
People are pissed about now?
Yeah.
The Chiefs are getting some very fortunate calls late in the game.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, there's a lot of chatter on Twitter about, it's because Taylor, that maybe they're getting some favorable calls to keep the Chiefs from, because imagine if the Chiefs would have lost the last couple of games.
Donovan Smith.
Which they could have lost. Like the holding calls.
Yeah.
Like I mean, there have been some late game called, like the one, and Robert Saleh was so pissed. He said, I don't give an F. I'm fined. I'm going down. The holding call on Sauce Gardner last night. Are you effing kidding me?
That's ridiculous.
They would have got the ball back, and then Zach Wilson was hot. He was hot.
Yeah.
He was
looking like Mahomes
hotter
last
than a Taylor
night.
concert ticket.
Yeah, probably.
And
probably.
He could, and they, and then what's the narrative? Oh, the Chiefs have lost 2 in a row now since Taylor's been at the game. Well, of course they blew the doors off the Bears or whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But they've had some issues.
Right.
Right. So maybe what are we doing here?
Is he going with distractions? So is Kelsey distracted? You haven't seen him score in that game. The production is down. Mahomes was throwing interceptions last night. What was he doing?
I'm so over the Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah, and again, the human turnstile, and I hate to keep on harping on this guy, but I mean, how many times?
That's what I got you for your birthday, by the way.
A Donovan Smith jersey?
Yeah.
Well, I held it.
Yeah, I think you'll love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to hold it like Donovan did last year with all the defenders in those critical situations, like he did last night, where the defender is trying to bang down on the guys because he's got a hold of them and he's banging down on his hand, and they're still not calling it. Need to go to Lens Crafters.
Bananas.
Yeah.
Did you see this from Harry?
Yeah. Hey, guys, tonight's game, the 88% rule will come into effect. Seattle is 2.5. That means play the Giants on the money line. So there you go.
What'd I tell you?
Easy money.
Easy money.
I may have to bet tonight.
Giants
Easy
money
birthday
line.
money right there.
There we go.
Yep. Okay.
All right. One more break, and then we're going to hit college football. USF with a huge win. I had to tell the great stories from this game, which were just, the USF. I mean, I know it's Rice and Navy, but this is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big deal. We're going to get on the Bulls train here.
Absolutely.
All right, quick break. We're here at the patio till 7 o'clock. We might hang out a little bit afterwards. It's Monday Night Football party tonight, so we're giving you bets. Come down, make money with our bets. We're giving you money there, which will pay for your tab, which won't be much because it's the patio. And it's a beautiful night to watch football under the palm trees. What are you doing? 421 South McDill. Come on down and say hello. I got T-shirts for you.
I know. Show it.
I got T-shirts
show the
for
merchandise
you.
right there.
For the Rays playoff game tomorrow, boat parade or busts. Come on down. Say hello. We'll be here.
Well, Fitz the mortgage guy did it again. A listener heard his ad, was going to another big bank, but called Scott Fitzgerald at American Mortgage Services of Tampa, and Fitz saved him $618 on his monthly payment. Are you kidding me? Folks, that's big money. Rates are going up, they're going down, they're going all over the place. Scott will shop your loan and save you lender fees and get the best rates. Email him, scott@amstampa.com, or call 813-294-7595. That's Fitz, the mortgage guy. Lots of stuff going on right now, and these rates are going all over the place. You need somebody knowledgeable in the market that will work hard for you and get you the best deal. That's my man, Scott. He's done 3 loans for me, done thousands of loans for local folks here, works with a lot of the coaches and players in the area. He's the guy. 813-294-7595, or go to scott@amstampa.com. Have any old coins sitting around the house? Well, the Golden Diamond Source will purchase a variety of different types of coins and bullion. Their gold buying program includes sterling silver, silver, platinum, and watches. They also accept unusual pieces that other jewelry stores do not, such as gold bars and sterling silver flatware. The list of items they do accept is far more extensive than those they don't, so check it out. While you're there, you can check out the largest collection of any family-owned jewelry store in the country, especially with summer coming to an end. The holidays are right around the corner. Never too early to start your holiday shopping, especially if you're planning on getting engaged or have any birthdays or anniversaries coming up. Come on in and find out what buying jewelry should be like with an expert staff of gold and diamond jewelry enthusiasts. And the best part, they treat you like family. And if you're worrying about price, don't. The Golden Diamond Source has something for everyone's budget. They even have a layaway. If you stop in and get your favorite piece now, you can have it paid off by Christmas. Plus, you can even finance your purchase with 0% interest for up to 5 years, and you can get a $5,000 diamond for only $83 a month. It's the greatest folks in the world, Julie and Steve Weintraub, the Golden Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
JP here for my good friends at Italiano Insurance, and they did it again. Once again, Italiano Insurance stepping up with the best customer service. I was in a bind. My old insurance company, my auto insurance, jacked up my rates, so I called Charity at Italiano Insurance, and she stayed till 9:30 at night until she got my insurance done. And guess what? She searched all these companies for me. I didn't do the work. She did. Saved me $1,000 on my annual premium. $1,000, folks. That's real money. And that's what you get at Italiano Insurance. Great customer service. And here's another note for you, by the way, with hurricane season up. 40% of people in Florida are underinsured. That means if you have something happen during a hurricane and you need replacement costs, you're going to get 40% less than you deserve. Can't let that happen. Call the folks at Italiano Insurance and get them to help you out in both those regards. They will save you money and keep you insured properly. That's 813-877-7799. Great folks in the community, been doing it for over 60 years. Italiano Insurance, 813-877-7799.
Pure Sports. JP is back on.
Welcome back.
FanStream Sports.
Watch party. We'll be here till 7. You guys come on up and say hello. We got these Rays t-shirts for you. If you can't go to the game tomorrow with the $30 tickets plus $15 for the service charge plus $40 for the park. If you can't go to the game tomorrow.
What is it, a cell phone bill?
Yeah, it's not your cell phone bill.
Well, it's Verizon cell phone bill. That's what it's
Yeah,
like.
Christmas.
It goes from you heard my cell phone bill. I told
See,
you
I'm
with the
helping
cell
you
phone
with
bill.
that too.
Yeah, I'm with Spectrum now.
Trying to help you with
Yeah,
all this stuff.
you did.
All right,
Okay,
so
good.
USF, huge win. Where are my USF notes here? I'll get to this. Did you watch the game?
I did watch
You
the game,
were-
yes.
You were asking questions in the post-game press conference.
I was, absolutely. I asked Coach Golish about not only Byron Brown, what he did the other day, but of course does he feel like he's ahead of the game here? So we'll go ahead and set it up from there. We'll go there with USF's big win over Navy. By the way, snapping a 19-game conference losing streak on the road.
How about that?
Congratulations to USF.
44-30 was the final at Annapolis.
Yeah.
Beautiful place to watch a football game. Saw my buddy Harold Astakeezer was up there. I saw him in the crowd.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of USF fans went up there. Byron Brown threw for, 23 of 30. What are the numbers here? Did I get this right? 23 of 35.
I believe that's correct. Yes. Can't read your own notes, huh?
It's absolutely awful. A week after becoming the AAC Offensive Player of the Week, he does it again. Huge throws to Atkins. That kid could play.
Oh, yeah, he can.
Dropped the punt, but comes back with 4 catches for 116 and a couple of touchdowns. And Byron Brown was fantastic on his 19th birthday, by the way. 19th birthday.
Yes.
You're 45. He's 19.
Right. And there you go. And he's calling me sir, too, by the way. So
What
we
else
got
is
that.
he gonna
I mean,
call you?
right. Exactly. Well, I mean,
Grandpa?
26 for 34. You're an ass.
There we go.
338, 3 touchdowns. And you had Sean Atkins, who had a big play in this game, 88 yards.
88-yard touchdown.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know.
What a great throw.
I guess the defender was on the ship or went on the ship. Went somewhere on the ship because there was
He
no.
was turning around like a kamikaze.
He was
pilot.
nowhere in the area of
Yeah.
that pass at all.
He got turned around.
Yes. 4 catches for 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. All right, enough talking here. Let's go out to Coach Golish. Here we go.
I really think Byram's just continuing to get better every single week. He's continuing to understand where bodies are going to be. He's continuing to play faster. He's continuing to be able to be accurate with the football. This offense, as fast as it moves, you've got to prepare like crazy. And his process has been really, really special. His process has allowed him to continue to get better. He's so coachable. Like, I don't know, man. He's mature beyond his years, and he's so coachable and tough and smart and gritty. And, like, he's got everybody's respect. Kid just turned 19 yesterday. He's played in, 7 college football games. Just he
7.
continues to impress me, continues to impress his teammates. He's awesome. I couldn't be more proud of him continuing to get better every week. And he'll come in tomorrow and he'll talk about the 8 incompletions and the sacks and where he could have grown, and he'll fix them, and he'll come back next week ready to roll. Absolutely huge. We talked about discipline.
Question about the
being
getting
in
off
the right
the field,
spot at the
3
right
for
time.
14 by the defense.
And being perfect with our eyes. You see what happens when your eyes ain't perfect. There's a guy running scot-free down the middle of the field. Like, for the most part, we were there. We're going to beat ourselves up over the ones we weren't. But getting off the field on 3rd down, absolutely huge. Causing a turnover that resulted in a touchdown, like, monumentally huge. And stopping the run for the most part, beyond impressed with how those guys, especially with a couple of guys out that have played a ton of football for us this year. Next play, next man up. Like, so proud of the resiliency of that group. I think Todd's done an incredible job coaching that group. The coaches, KP and Matt and James and Chad, like, those guys have done a really, really good job.
So there you go. That's Coach Golish right there.
So I was looking up their schedule. Who do they got next week?
They have Trento versus FAU on the road, which, by the way, did you see him go crazy on the sideline?
UAB. So they're at UAB?
Yes, UAB, and then they come home and play FAU, I believe.
Yeah.
And they have a chance to win both of those games, JP. I mean, and you look at that schedule, how it lines up. I mean, is it out of the realm of possibility, USF Bulls fans, that this team could have 6 to 8 wins this year, be bowl eligible? I mean, that's a win-win. And, oh, by the way, we talked about this ad nauseum. Deion Sanders could have been the coach of USF. They got the same amount of wins at this point, 3-2.
Easy now, Pumpkin.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying Deion is not going to do some big things.
If USF was
there.
playing the Colorado schedule, I'm pretty sure they would have got boat raced by USC and Oregon the last couple of. But that's not what we're talking about. Now, I tell you what, though,
well,
if Deion
Alabama
were here,
would disagree with you.
If Deion were here, he might be undefeated at USF.
You might be right.
He might have beat Alabama.
May have.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Think of the players that first of all, that would have stayed here. Jimmy Horn Jr.
Oh, Xavier Weaver. Yeah.
And the players that he would have brought in.
Well, who do you take? Shador Sanders? And I get it right now.
Stop.
But you got a young kid at 19 years old who he looks like Cam Newton to me, just a little bit.
We shouldn't even be talking about it. It's unfair to everybody.
I'm just saying. That's what we do here on the JP Peterson Show.
Shador Sanders is a first-round NFL pick.
I agree.
I'm not going to say Byron Brown is quite there yet.
Right.
I got to see him play against – I saw him play against Alabama. They scored 3 points.
Yeah, and he wasn't good with a passing game, like 88 yards, something along the lines.
So, not a lot of help around him.
Right.
So He's not like he had, receivers like they have at Colorado.
Correct.
So it's an unfair comparison, so it doesn't even matter.
I'm just throwing it out there to stir it up.
No,
a
I
little
get
bit.
you. I get you. So yeah, they're at UAB and Trent Dilfer. If he didn't have an aneurysm, is he okay?
I guess he was. I mean, he looked like he was
Wow.
going to have a heart attack. Have you ever
Dude.
seen him be that emotional as a Bucs quarterback?
I never seen I mean, at some point, I love emotional coaches, but you got to have composure on the side.
Oh yeah, you got to have some
can't lose
poise.
your mind like that.
Yeah.
You can't tell your players to to have composure, and you're doing that out there
To your
with
assistant coaches.
Yeah, you can't. Come on.
I mean, how do you come back from that? I mean, I get it. You're
look. It's his first year. He's got to get it right. I'm
Yeah.
sure he probably saw the video of that and said, "Wow,
Yeah.
I got to get my shit."
You
Get my shit together.
there you go. That's what
Can
I
we hear
gotta
from
do.
Byron Brown?
Absolutely.
Or,
Let's do that.
Sean Atkins.
Yeah.
Both of them. Let's
All
listen
right.
to them both.
All right, here we go.
I feel like I'm seeing everything that I need to see, and throughout the week in practice and into the games, I'm seeing all the keys that I need to see. And the guys out there, they're just going out there and making plays for me. I mean, I'm not really doing much. I'm just getting them the ball. So just having them out there in the line blocking and protecting, running backs blocking and protecting tight ends as well, and then ultimately catching the ball. I mean, we're rolling right now.
You can hear there on the Zoom, I'm asking him, has he developed chemistry with his wide receivers, Naeem Simmons and, of course, Atkins this week?
Yes, sir. We're
Call me
developing that chemistry in practice, and we're just executing all around.
All right, and here is Sean Atkins.
Which, by the way, I mean, I'm here for the little white guy receiver.
Oh, yeah. And you weren't sure what to think about him, but on 2-point conversions, the guy can throw the ball. They found something. Watch for that.
Yeah, I think me and Byron are definitely, building some chemistry. I think that he's learning to trust all of our room. And I like to just joke around with him because there's a song that's 17:30, you know what I'm saying? But and then
sing?
Yeah.
What was the second question? I'm sorry.
I was too busy singing. I forgot the other question.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think myself and all the guys are buying in, finally getting our legs under us and being able to execute it at a high level for sure. Trusting our eyes as well. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm out of touch with pop culture. Could you run me through that again?
Oh, it's by Fetty Wap. I don't remember the song name, but it's like 17:30. Yeah. I don't know.
17:38?
Yeah, it says that. It's cool. You know the song?
I know it too. I just
Yeah.
just sing that.
Yeah. Everybody knows. I know Michael Kelly knows it. I know Michael Kelly knows it. Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Sure. Thank you.
All right, there you go. So, fun moment
So explain.
there. Well, 1738. I mean, the question
That's
was
Byram's number to him.
To him, and it's a Fetty Wap song. If you're
Right.
not down with pop culture, which we kind of
Evidently,
are on
Michael
this-
Kelly is.
Well, that's a good
Now,
thing.
Michael Kelly's a big Fetty Wap fan, the athletic director.
Well, there you go.
Who knew that?
Right.
Speaking of Michael, this is a great story. He posted this. Special day in Annapolis, not only because of the Bulls win, but because I got to spend it with my dad, a proud Naval Academy grad. He took me to many games at Navy Marine Corps Stadium as a kid, so it was nice to return the favor. Add to this the list of days I hope to never forget. I get choked up on that. That's a father and son moment.
Yeah.
His dad used to take him to the games, and now here's Michael Kelly, the AD at USF. So he got to take I'm sure his dad on the sideline, up in the suite, give him the whole 9.
That's a great thing.
Come on, dog.
I love it.
That's
I love
great.
it. And
That's
I always
fantastic.
talk about it on this show. You know, I wouldn't be a sports broadcaster on a show like this if it wasn't for my father sitting me down when I was 8
Exactly
years
right.
old. Yeah. Sit me down when I was 8 years old and saying, look, you're a Bucs fan. And if you're going to really be serious about this team, you're going to be serious about your Tampa Bay teams because you're not liking anybody else besides Tampa Bay teams. You're going to leave the house if that happens.
I like that.
I brought you into this world and I'll take you out.
Yeah, that's what
he
I'm
would say.
talking about.
Yeah.
You know? Parents, you need to have a little bit of backbone these days.
That's it.
Stop letting your kids run the house.
Florida State.
It's ridiculous.
Magic, Lightning.
That's right.
And the Rays when they came into
You
existence.
brainwash their ass.
That's it.
There'll be
That's
none
what
of
you
this, I have friends that send their kids to the University of Florida. I'm like, what is that?
Right.
Like, what?
Who does that? Who wants to
go
to
the University of Florida?
Right, exactly.
You're out of your mind. Like, what did you? Were they not listening to me while we were growing up? My God, like, what are you as a parent if you're not brainwashing your children correctly?
Right.
What are you doing?
They're your kids.
They're
That's
your kids.
That's what you're supposed to be able to do.
Yes.
They're also your workers.
Yes.
You got to do chores. You're paid.
My advice, I have an open mind. You can go wherever they want. F that.
What the heck is that all about?
There's a gazillion schools out there. There's one you can't go to.
Take
That's
advice
it.
from this guy,
Drop
by the
list.
way. Disclaimer.
Drop the list.
I'm not a parent, but, that's how my parents treated me. They said, listen,
I'm sorry.
You better get your stuff straight.
And they act, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's where they wanted to go. No.
It was the belt,
You
my
effed
friend.
up.
Yeah.
If your kid wants to go there,
sure,
then you've done something wrong.
Right. You've
exactly. Clearly not taking them to enough football
I
games
failed.
in Tallahassee.
Right.
Yeah. And spoken poorly enough about the stink pot that is Gainesville. I mean,
right there.
No, we love you, Gator. It's the home of the Gator, Tampa Gator.
I know. You're just
This is
you're
what people
playing
know.
with fire at this point.
People know that this is what college football is all about.
Sure.
You have loyalties, you have traditions. This is what it's all about. So if you're not, pissing on your rival, then what are you doing? You're not playing the game right.
Exactly.
You're not playing the game right. Objective journalist, totally respect the Gator program. If you heard me talk about Billy Napier, I love the dude. Think he's going to be all right. Gator fans don't want to hear that right now.
All right, I got to read this comment. Yeah. We can get to that in a little bit. I was going to read this comment. Cameron Jordan missed Donovan Smith on Sunday.
Oh, he did.
Ritter isn't the guy, by the way. Who told you that? Desmond Ritter. Not a quarterback in this league for the Atlanta Falcons, but keep on throwing pick sixes. By the way, did you catch the London game with the Toy Story and all that other nonsense? Did you see that? What's that all about? Why can't kids just sit down and watch a normal freaking football game? Why does it have to be catered?
We got a Toy Story it up.
Slime time and all the other nonsense. I mean, get off of TikTok, get off of YouTube, and watch a damn normal football game.
Teach your kids about football.
Oh, like the right way, yeah.
I got to get Woody. I got to have, the Slinky, whatever the hell that is.
I never even seen that movie.
You ever see Toy Story?
I have not seen one of those not one of those movies. I know.
I was forced to watch it at gunpoint many times.
Yeah.
But no, it's like, what do we got? We got to do that. We got to get Taylor Swift involved.
Right.
I just want to watch football. I want to watch football. If you don't like football, don't watch football.
That's it.
Go watch Toy Story for the millionth time. Fine.
On Disney Plus.
No. Sit your kid down, change if you have to. Chain them up and say, you're going to sit here and watch football with me for 12 hours on a Sunday. Shut the F up.
That's it. It's quiet time, as the old man would used to say.
I know. I'm stepdadding a 10-year-old now, and I'm trying to get him in, so I have to give him just small pieces. So come watch the game with me. Let me teach you a little bit about it.
So new parenting for you.
Yeah. So it's about a 20-minute attention span at this point. But you just give them, whet their appetite.
Okay.
See if you like it.
You got to give them some
a little
allowance
bit about the game.
You got to give them something to base off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want some quality time with the old man? You got to sit
there
here
you
and watch
go.
some football.
Nice.
And then we'll go play basketball.
Okay.
Then we play a game of chess.
Are you good with basketball?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Got to teach them how to play.
That's it. There you
All
go.
right. We were. What else were we going to do here? Who we got?
Well, we got Brown. He's gone. We got Atkins. We already went through that. I mean, we got Kevin Cash. We can play Napier tomorrow. But we got Kevin Cash talking about it. And we also got Junior
Billy
from the
Napier.
race.
I want to play Billy.
All right. Let me see if I can get it here really quick.
Gator fans.
All right. Let me see what I can do here.
They
got it right here. Here we go.
They get boat raced by Kentucky. Gator fans are going crazy. Calm down. This is a rebuilding year.
Yeah, and this is what does this say here? Y'all dumb. Toy Story was. Hold on. Let me read this comment. Y'all are dumb. Laugh out loud. The Toy Story feature was greatness. I watched more of that than I did the regular game. Tim. Oh, Peter. You're not a human being if you haven't seen Toy Story.
This is Tim. Tim, the Cowboy
I haven't
fan.
seen Harry Potter either.
I was a Cowboy fan. I'd be watching Toy
either.
Story too.
All
the fantasy you guys have been delving in for many, many years.
Right.
You should be watching Toy Story.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I have not seen Toy Story. All right, let's go out to Billy Napier here on my phone. This is going to be audio instead of video, so you're going to have to look at us.
It's okay.
Here we go.
We started slow in the game. We took punches. We contributed to the
Sounds
issue
like he
by
started
making
slow in the
mistakes.
press conference.
And the next thing you know, we're down three
punch that up a little bit,
scores.
the
We're
audio?
on the road in the
Yes.
SEC, and we're in a dogfight. So, we And ultimately, we've turned the page, and that's exactly what we're focused on.
How's that better?
So we play Vanderbilt Saturday at 4 o'clock, and it's our next opportunity as a team. And I think after meeting with the leadership group,
Billy
I think
sounds a
there
little
is
tired.
He does.
urgency.
Sunbelt Billy's a little
certainly
kind of
with the
beat down.
staff
Maybe
all
he should
day
watch
yesterday,
Toy Story.
Not a whole lot of
there's
enthusiasm
urgency
coming
to
out of the mic.
do
Nothing.
everything better. And ultimately, all these things are my responsibility, and that's what I think about. It's how I can do my job better for our players and for our staff. And I would say that that's probably the consensus amongst all our players and all our staff members. So this weekend presents a great opportunity. It's homecoming, and there'll be a number of activities across campus this week to help celebrate homecoming.
Easy for you
Gator
to
Growl is
say.
a great event. Obviously, the
Love
parade.
Gator Growl.
Yeah.
And I think just in general, there is a responsibility, that you feel as a staff, as an organization, as a team. I know just speaking with the players, you're representing a lot of great people that came before you. This place has impacted a significant number of lives. It continues to produce people that are making a difference, certainly becoming the number one ranked public institution in the country. Years and years of
Even when
success
Urban Meyer was there with Aaron
in the
Hernandez?
athletic programs.
No?
So
Too soon?
This is
Saturday will present an opportunity to celebrate that. A lot of great Gators coming back. We look forward to that. We're doing something that we do annually here as well, in that this is Gator Made Week. And we're celebrating our player development program this week. And this is really ultimately about creating awareness about what we're trying to do to impact our young men.
All right, that's enough.
And create a
Wow.
Yeah, that
that was less than inspiring.
was riveting.
It was
Riveting.
less than inspiring.
Yeah.
You start playing the, the we're teaching life lessons card after getting steamrolled by Kentucky.
That's definitely going to make the boosters
Which
want
is
to give him
great.
more money.
I mean, everything he says is right, but there wasn't a whole lot of enthusiasm in there.
None.
Like, I just remember.
I don't have any confidence at this point. I don't know if Gator fans have any confidence. You hear the whispers, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I like when Norvell was going through this, he still was like really upbeat, a lot of energy. And, I felt things were going in the right direction, even though they got some embarrassing. They lost to Jacksonville State, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I mean, losing to Kentucky is okay. Okay. A good Kentucky, an undefeated Kentucky, that's okay.
Sure.
Losing to Jacksonville State is not okay.
No.
Not okay. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world, Gator fans, but man, he just does not give you a whole lot of.
And remember, this team
hang your hat on stuff.
But they had trouble with Charlotte.
Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't put away Charlotte. So, is this the team? Is this the talent? Is this the fact that he's coaching? Is he done
his
with
record, the last 17 games, I saw a graphic away from the swamp. What the Gators have done, it's not good.
Does he become Ron Zook, where he recruits so well that eventually he doesn't see the fruits of his labor?
Well, that led to a couple national championships, so Gator fans can only hope.
I mean, and you remember Urban Meyer, when he first started out, he had lots of pressure. He got boat raced by Alabama.
But that's Alabama.
Right, that's Alabama.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
So,
yeah.
I would say, I'm still not out on him yet. I think he's a good recruiter. He's proven he can win, but I get why Gator fans are a little bit. It's not. Listen, like I said, we lost to Jacksonville State. Now we have the third best odds, FSU I'm talking about, to win the national championship a year and a half later.
Sure.
So chill.
We'll
Got
see.
A great program, great facilities. You're in the SEC. Great fertile ground for recruiting. Got to be fine. Don't push the panic button just yet. Changing coaches every 3 years is the way to stay mediocre. That's how to stay mediocre. So
somebody mentioned this in my family. I'm just going to throw it out. He doesn't have any coaching experience, but Deion Sanders didn't have any coaching experience. Somehow, some way, could you involve Tim Tebow into this program? As crazy as that sounds, and I know I have respect for Tebow. He doesn't have coaching experience, but you see what's going on right now.
You think Tim Tebow would have given a press conference like that?
No, hell no. Of course he wouldn't.
No. And
Come
now
on.
being a head coach now is about being a CEO and being a promoter. Getting businesses involved to pay your NIL bill.
Getting boosters. You don't think Tim Tebow would energize that program in a way that Deion has energized Colorado? You talk about recruiting. That dude coming to recruit you?
That guy walks into your house.
And levitates.
Right.
Like, he doesn't even walk in. He walks across the water.
Right.
And levitates into your house.
Yeah.
Your mom goes gaga, like passes out. And like, you're going to Florida.
You're going to Florida.
Yeah.
Right.
Will Tim come over every week? You're going to Florida.
Continue the winning tradition that we
Yes.
haven't had here in the last couple of years with
Yes.
a coach that seems like
Welcome
he's a
to
zombie.
the future of college football.
Why not? We could have a show on what athletes you would have as a coach for their specific programs. We already know Deion. We would say Deion from Florida State. But let's say Norvell doesn't work out. Derek Brooks. Is that a guy that could coach?
100%.
Okay. How about Miami?
Deion coming back to FSU.
Michael Irvin in Miami. Did you see that moment with them and him and Deion? How about Michael Irvin for Miami? Okay.
Bringing the energy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hire some good coordinators.
USF.
Let them do the work. You're the CEO. You're the face of it. You're the celebrity. You're recruiting. You're the that works.
Okay.
That's going to work in college football. 100%.
USF. Who would you have as a coach?
Deion Sanders. We already went through this.
I mean, former
90%
USF.
chance.
90%. That's right. But former USF player. Jason Pierre-Paul.
BJ Daniels would come to mind.
Okay.
Yeah, it was talk about charismatic. But we're not crapping on Alex Goles. We're not doing
No.
that.
I'm just saying.
He's
you
doing
could have a
hell of
show
job.
like that, right?
He's doing a hell of a job. And
Yes.
that's the future of college football, though. You're absolutely right. Star-studded coaches who aren't necessarily X's and O's guys.
Right.
Don't have to do that.
You just got to recruit.
Got to recruit.
Hire the right people that could be your offensive coordinator
Absolutely.
and your
Absolutely.
defensive
Bring the
coordinator.
energy, bring leadership,
Yeah.
bring recruiting, bring money. That's the business. That's what it is now.
Yeah.
So transfer portal, NIL, it's that the game has changed. Either keep up or become extinct. Welcome to the world of college football.
L. Bushman says Tebow will want to invest in a PDQ franchise. I mean, I can't in a PDQ franchise.
Who wouldn't want to invest in a PDQ?
Have you tasted their chicken and their shakes and their fries?
Can I get a
It's
Chick-fil-A
amazing.
and a PDQ?
Oh my God!
Yes.
Yes.
Just printing money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do us for us here at the patio. We got a Monday Night Football watch party. Come on down and join us. Brought to you by White Claw, $4 seltzers, $4 vodkas, $1 off beer and wine till 7:30 tonight. Come on down and join us. We got Seattle and the Giants. 88% rule. Take the Giants on the money line.
Yes, sir.
Pay for your tab. What more can we do for you people?
I don't know.
What more can we do for you?
I don't know. We
We're
entertain
8-0 on
you.
our picks.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You should be paying us at this point. That's
right.
Good. All right. Thanks to the great folks here at the patio. Come on down to say hello. And we'll see you tomorrow on our normal show, 10 to noon. See you then.